Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're going to talk about it. Are you prepared for Armageddon? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a doomsdayer. I'm not a prepper. But you got to think about it sometimes. What happens if electricity, water, food was no longer available at grocery stores? What would you be doing then? And what about if your bank account got shut down, had no cash? Your credit card, your ATM doesn't work. That's right. We're going to talk about it. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. And as you can see, we're here on the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page live stream on a Friday night. And I want to thank everybody that's coming, and I want to thank everybody that's here so far. Brandon Hicks from the NC. Glad to see you on the Friday night live stream. All right, here we go. Let's get to it. Prince Aaron, welcome. Glad to see you here on another Friday night live stream. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Tanisha Lyles, another Friday night live stream. I'm glad to see you here. And I see that icon next to your name. That's beautiful. That means she's a member of the channel. And all you got to do is join. Hit the join button if you would like to become a member of the channel. Silky Black is in the house. Glad to see you this Friday evening. And I want to welcome everybody here on YouTube live stream. What other live streams are we on tonight? Twitter even. Added a Twitter feed tonight. So that'll be interesting. And of course, we're on the Facebook group. So everybody, I want to welcome you here on the Friday Night Live. And you know how we do this every Friday night. There's going to be gems dropped. But first, we got to talk about some elephants in the room. Everybody, you got to keep thinking. Ready to learn? Ricky Reed in the house. Thank you so much for being here on a Friday night. Thank you. I appreciate it. Diesel Mike, welcome to the live stream. And he has that nice icon next to his name, which means he's a member of the channel. That's right. I came up a little bit late tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but it's all right. There's always these things called life. You got to do your thing. And in this case, I had to do mine. So that's why we're a little bit late on the Friday evening. But it's all right. Hopefully everybody will catch up. I wasn't able to send out an email or anything like that. So maybe other people will find out about it as they get notifications from YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, have you ever really thought about being prepared for Armageddon? I mean, you wake up one day and it's a bad dream. You wake up, you go to the faucets to turn on the water. Doesn't work. You hit the switches for the lights. They're not on. You go out and realize, wait a minute, my food is spoiling away in the fridge. What happens after about another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days or however long it takes to spoil? No ice at the stores, so you can't ice anything down. So now you go and say, well, let me go get me some money and go search around, and you go out and find out there's no money, meaning your ATM doesn't work. Bank is closed. Now you're thinking, okay, how much water do I have in the cupboard? Then you realize, wait a minute, if I don't have water, I die. Just a matter of time. So are you going to be prepared is really the question, ladies and gentlemen. Everything's all gravy right now. And in the history of America, we have had bad times. And when bad times occur, those at the bottom of the totem pole are left, as in what's going on right now, where we have record number of homeless people. You don't see anybody doing anything about it. They're just saying, okay, you want to post up under bridges. You want to post up on streets with tents. You want to post up on stairs. You want to post up in the park. It's all good. But sooner or later, all these people, millions of people, they have to have a place, get fed, figure it out. But all this is about, I'm just trying to say, nothing more, nothing less. You have to think about what if the gravy train stopped. So you might want to have a little food stocked up, a little extra water stocked up. Because when you print what the United States government has printed and other nations have printed, half of their GDP or more in 1 year, this is not going to end good for those who are unprepared. So every month for 2021, go and put yourself something aside, whether it's a pack of noodles, but it's got to be some water because you can only live like 3 days without. So you got to have some water. So you might as well pack yourself up a few cases of water just in case. I'm just saying, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. So Armageddon's not here yet, but I want you guys to think about everything. If your bank account is cut off, how are you going to get money? If the bank's closed, how are you going to get money? Your ATM card doesn't work and your credit card doesn't work. You're going to have some alternative choices. Either you got to have a stash of cash sitting somewhere, or you're going to have a stash of crypto sitting somewhere, or you're going to have a stash of gold, silver, precious metals sitting somewhere, or something that you can sell to people. And remember, you can only sell something when somebody else wants it. There has to be a demand. All right? So that's what I wanted to talk about in the preview today, because this hopefully will get you to understand that nobody's coming to save you. So you got to prepare for the future as if we're riding high right now with the stocks, the crypto, everything's going up. But what goes up must come down. And unfortunately, when you lose basically 1 million jobs, people are filing unemployment, 1 million a week. Sure, it goes up to low to 763, like what happened last week, 763,000. Then it goes up to 1.3 million. But let's just say on average, 1 million people filing unemployment. And let's get real. Not everybody qualifies for unemployment. So there's thousands of people who do not even qualify. So therefore, they won't even count. So when you start adding this up, 40, 50, 60, 70 million. We don't know how many people are unemployed, but you know it's a significant number. It could be 1/10 of the population could be unemployed easily. It could be 20% of the population unemployed easily. That could be somebody watching this right now. So therefore, what do? You got to start small, right? You use the description down below. In the description, get your free $5 or $10 from Coinbase. That's crypto, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you're going to have to sign up with Coinbase. You might have to verify something. I don't know what they do these days. But get your free $5, $10. Then you go learn a little bit about crypto. They'll give you an extra $30, $40 for free. All right? So this could end up to be about $50 of free cryptocurrency. Even though you don't want to spend it. But I'm going to tell you, write it down, your login, your username, your password, and I put it in 2 or 3 places, because you don't want to be like me, missing $1 million in crypto because you didn't pay no attention when you thought it was nothing 10 years, 12 years ago, like I thought it was nothing 12 years ago, when it was only 3 cents, 5 cents, 6 cents, something like that. They didn't even have exchanges back then. So I don't even know where that stuff is. You guys heard the story before. But I'm telling you right now, crypto is an asset, bona fide now. So you want to make sure you keep your login information and everything handy, because you might one day sit there and say, you know what, where's that crypto I bought? And it's off the charts. It might be one of these days, crypto right now, let's say Bitcoin's $40,000. It could be 4 years from now, 2 years from now, you look up and crypto's like $500,000 a coin, and you're going to wish that you would have found that little crypto you bought for 1,000, 2,000, 500, 300, or whatever. You're going to wish you can find it, because you're going to be sitting there going, wait a minute, that's like could be 30 grand in my pocket, 40 grand, 100 grand, $1 million. So all I'm saying is prepare. like the Armageddon may come, but you don't have to get carried away like you're freaking out like it's going to happen, because it's not happening right now. They're going to print more money. Stimulus money's on the way for businesses, for people. So you don't have to worry about none of that. All right? So let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. You know we can talk about anything on a Friday night, but we want to get prepped up. That's all I'm trying to say. So if you got to have the water, that's for sure. You should have a little gold, a little precious metals, physical, that you can carry with you, that you can use, not in a stock ETF. All right? You want to have some canned foods. You got to have something, ladies and gentlemen. Some of that vitamin C packs, things like that. Just in case. It's minimal right now. But you guys have seen what happened when the COVID arose. Remember what happened first? All the toilet paper, still on to this day. Toilet paper is like 3 times as much as it was a year ago. Store shelves are still half-ass stocked. What do you think is going to happen if this was a full-blown, not a COVID event, but a full-blown click, no lights are coming on. No gas at the gas station for putting in cars. What do you think is going to happen then? It's going to be mayhem. I'm not saying it's happening, but I'm just saying there's going to be this gap of haves and have-nots. And because you're here at Stop Struggling Now, you're going to be part of the haves because you're going to be prepared. You're going to have your crypto not on Coinbase, for instance. Yes, Coinbase gives you free crypto, but after that, you want to move it off of Coinbase. Why do I say that? They are regulated by the United States government. So therefore, as far as I'm concerned, that means they can reach in and grab it. So that's why I don't want to keep any money at Coinbase. I'll load it up. That's the on-ramp. But you should shoot it out to different places. That's the crypto version. Now, the same rules apply with the food, the water, the canned foods, the lights, the candles, the batteries, and all that. You know, solar, whatever you can do. Because if the lights go out, the electricity's turned off, you got to figure out what to do. Get some gas so you can have those gas stoves burning up. All I'm saying is just think about it. All right? We're not there yet. I don't even know if we'll ever be there, but all I'm saying is this COVID situation should have taught everyone you better be prepared on all fronts, because any given day, you don't know what's going to happen. All right? So let's talk about anything else you want to talk about this evening. We can do it. Anthony Farrar. Oh, Anthony Farrow, welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you here on a Friday night. Thank you so much. Zola Rosora, welcome to the Friday night live stream and that beautiful icon next to your name. Wilson Koo's in the house. We're going to farmers. Exactly. That's exactly where you're going. Straight to ravage the farmer's field. And then after that's done, then what? All right, buy land and grow food. Yeah, but everybody's coming to your land if Armageddon arises. Remember, it is going to be hell of a ride, Mr. Bird. Exactly. Look for parts, Cloudera, CLDR, PRTS. That's it. You got that right. Peace and blessings. Akmal Abdul Alim, welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you here on a Friday Night Live. And everybody, as you know, you can talk about anything you want. We can get into it. You know how we do this. Get some MREs. Exactly. That's it exactly, Diesel Mike. Mr. Evans is in the house. Good evening. He has the nice icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here again, Mr. Evans. Angelique Devereaux. Beautiful name. Good evening. Glad to see you here this evening. Thank you so much for being here on the Friday Night Live stream. Curtis Davis. Has anybody seen Mad Max? That is it exactly. Mad Max is exactly the situation. That's right. Curtis Davis with the icon next to his name, a.k.a. Mr. Financial. He's in the house. And Wilson Koo is saying good evening, everybody. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what do we have to do after the Armageddon? I had to get your attention because some of you are sitting here on the gravy train going, hey, Eric, these stocks, the crypto, it's all going up. We're making all this money. And I don't know what's going to happen when the party's over. It could be very bad, ladies and gentlemen. If you think what happened last year was an event bad, it's going to be a lot worse. So anyhow, the bottom line is down below in the description, you can start out getting your $5 or $10 worth of free Coinbase. Then after that, get your free shares of stock, as you guys know, with Robinhood and Webull links down below. All right? That's the first play. Get your free stuff first. If you want to invest afterwards and make a little bit of extra money while you sleep, then you have to upload some money onto the platforms, onto the apps, and invest. All right? And you can go back through some Friday Night Lives and you will see plenty of gems to invest in. You can pick a few or you can pick one or two. It's up to you. Everybody has a different investment strategy. And for all those who say, I don't even want to pick stocks, set it and forget it, go with Wealthfront. And that link is also down below. All right? So that's how we're doing it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got. We're going back to basic training in Army. That's right. Or Air Force, MREs. Exactly. Miss Learn and Earn, welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you here on a Friday night live once again. Thank you so much for your support. Gino Shimiente. Eric, Bitcoin going to 150. Oh, you mean 150K. I'm pretty sure that's what you mean, because I know you don't mean it's going to $150. So he's talking 150K, which is almost 4 times. And I have to agree with you because Bitcoin is supply and demand. So that's how it's going to go down. And when the hedge funds and everybody start buying in, like once it's official, even though Elon Musk made this big to do, I don't think he's actually bought yet. But if other companies start buying 500,000, 1 billion, 200 million, things like that, this is going to get interesting very fast. So I suggest, if you have not considered cryptocurrency as a alternative to the dollar, I would suggest you start considering buying a little bit of crypto. And some of you might be saying, well, Eric, I heard about Bitcoin. I've heard about Ethereum. I've heard about like Litecoin. There's some others, ladies and gentlemen, that actually help transfer of money where you don't need to go to the bank or use your ATM card. These are things called like Polkadot, things like Chainlink. Polkadot is DOT. If you can buy it, you can't buy it on Coinbase. Link, LINK, you can buy on Coinbase. There's some other security protocols that are coming out. So that's why SNX, members of the channel under the community tab, they know I invested in SNX. And then I parked it at Celsius Network. Oh, by the way, Celsius Network, I'm an ambassador now, so I got to give full disclosure, AKA similar to an affiliate, exact same thing kind of, but a little, I guess, a notch above an affiliate, whatever that is. But either way, link down below for the Celsius Network. The reason why Celsius Network is important is because that SNX that I can buy at Coinbase, when I transferred it over to Celsius Network and it's sitting there right now, I earned 13.99% on my money annually. Everybody outside of the United States, you're lucky. You're in the land of the free, because if you're not in the United States, they give you an extra 5%. You could earn 18.55% annually for SNX if you're hodling at Celsius Network. And I have a link down below if you want to join Celsius Network. And guess what else? You get $30 in Bitcoin. If your first transfer over to them is $200 or more, you'll get $30 free in Bitcoin. How's that for starters? All right. And they have another coin called Matic, MATIC, otherwise known as Polygon. That's also for United States citizens, 13.99% on your money, 14% on your money, ladies and gentlemen. I like it. That approaches dividends on some stocks. And some of you may say, hey, Eric, what's that stock? How about ORC? That's a good one. But we'll get into that shortly. All right. Miss Learn and Earn. Hey, guys. Gino Shimiente talking about the 150. Lateef Killingsworth is in the house. Get them out. Get them, but out. Bags ready. Good evening, all. That's right. Get the bags ready at Miss Learn and Earn. Howie Curtis. All right. Dorsey and Jay-Z may start Bitcoin fund. Why not? Greystone, I can't remember their names. Grayscale. Grayscale started their funds. There's plenty of Bitcoin ETFs right now. Wilson Koo, cannabis, exactly. Elon pushing the narrative, exactly. Cresco Labs, CRLBF, exactly. That's another great one already. Wilson Koo already dropping something. Bitcoin never stops trading 24/7, exactly. And it's almost like a store of value right now, Bitcoin. So all I'm trying to say is for your banking, you might want to have another alternative. Some of you may not know, but I used to play poker online and professionally back in the day. This is how the Bitcoin thing all came about. In 2008, the United States government, that's right, the land of the free, blocked United States citizens from being able to load money onto online poker rooms. Specific ones. All right. Not everyone, but specific ones. And at the time, they did the same thing that they're going to try to do to Bitcoin. They said, hey, if you have a MasterCard, a Visa, Discover, Amex, banks can't wire money. Banks can't allow you to do ACH. They said anything with this certain coding is blocked. So this is how everybody got blocked for online poker. So the alternative was this little known thing called Bitcoin. And people were like, yeah, it's only 1 cent. Well, when it first came out, it was like 1 cent. But I was still like, whatever, I could still load money. I had money on, in fact, to this day, I have money on poker rooms that I can't download. All right. Now, that is the reason why this can happen. So my point is, if you had crypto, just like I have money in poker rooms online, if I'm outside the United States, I can send money to myself on an offshore bank account. Yeah, land of the free. But inside the United States, there's like, Eric, we got restrictions. You have to have like $5,000 before we can cut you a check. They have restrictions like that. It's crazy stuff. So this is what can happen if they want to try to shut off Bitcoin. But Bitcoin's a little different because there's exchanges all over the place. And as long as you can log on to the internet, that means you can access your exchange and you can access your money. And it also means when somebody gives you a debit card to the exchange, that means you can also withdraw the money and use it. So just think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Put yourself in position. You never know what can happen. Polk City, Florida in the house. See, Bill, nice to see you there. Usually see you in the chats, but nice to see you here on a Friday Night Live. Lana B, welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you here on a Friday night. Right on, Lana B. Joshua Felder's in the house. He's still looking at that doggy coin. JSDA, Novon, doggy coin, looking good. Hey, Joshua Felder, he was touting the doggy coin when it was around 1 or 2 cents. I believe it was on Friday night about 2 weeks ago. And yeah, like I said then, I put in like another 20, 30 bucks or whatever into it. Hey, I got to go with it, even though it doesn't even do anything. Hey, it's all about making money, isn't it? If it's going up, why not join the bandwagon? Supply and demand. So when Elon Musk posts that little doggy in his little bio, people started buying doggy coin. It went from like under a cent to like 7 cents. It might even be up to 7, 8 cents right now as we speak. We'll look into it. JSDA, Novan. Well, I'm not familiar with those yet, Joshua Felder. So remind me, we'll get into those. I'm not familiar with those names. You can't make big money in the U.S. without a tax. There you go. And if you think taxes are hard right now, wait till all this printing is over. Wait till about another year from now. They're going to be looking for somebody to pay that back. Gaming stock, DOUY. All right, we'll be checking out all this. And look at here, Mrs. Love Jones in the house. Glad you're here this evening. So happy that you're here on our Friday night live stream. I want to buy Bitcoin, but don't know how all this works. Mrs. Love Jones, this is very simple. Just picture, just like you're going down to buy gas. How do you buy gas? You either pay cash or you use your card. In our case, in order to upload money to Coinbase, if you're a USA citizen, you go to Coinbase. There's a link down below in the description. Get your free $10, $5 or $10, it fluctuates, of Bitcoin when you log in and upload some money. But you can find out all about that, and it's the same thing. So all you do is you get Bitcoin, you get verified, and then you want to buy some sort of coin, like it could be Bitcoin that everybody heard of, or Ethereum, which a lot of people have heard of. But now there's so many other different coins that a lot of people haven't heard of, like Aave, like Comp, like New Cipher. There's a lot of different ones. They're all new, and they all, well, not all, but a lot of the cryptocurrency has some utility to it. Like Link, you can transfer money on Link right now to outside of the United States. Instead of me having to pay $40 or $50 per bank wire, like I had to wire money to the Dominican Republic through Link, it might only cost me like $3 for the same transaction. So they're already doing it, in fact. So this is why Link went from like $1, $2 to now around $25, $26, for instance. There's other things too, like security tokens, which is part of what the SNX is kind of like. But there's other security tokens as well. And they're going to secure and make sure there's like a double check on the blockchain, which is also a good thing. So those coins are kind of going up. But stick with the Ethereum, Bitcoin, and you don't have to pay the full amount. A lot of people are confused when they see Bitcoin at 40,000. They're thinking you have to buy 40,000. No, you could buy $1 worth if you want. Whatever denomination you can buy. That's why it's so powerful. It's not like some of the brokerage accounts with stocks where they make you pay. There's no fractional shares. In crypto, there's fractional shares. So if you had $10, you can invest 10. If you have 1,000, you can invest 1,000. If you had 10,000, you can invest 10,000. If you have 1.5 billion, like Elon Musk, and you want to buy Bitcoin, good luck, because that's going to be an interesting. I would like to know how he's going to unload that. That's all I want to know. What exchange is he using? But anyhow, the point is, even if you want to do billions of dollars, you can buy it. And so therefore, it's that simple. And once you go to Coinbase, since they have the tutorials now, you can learn about the different cryptos and make extra money up to $40. So you can find out about other coins and kind of get your feet wet. So that's why I always say just use Coinbase if you're in the United States. Makes it nice and easy. All right. Miss Learn and Earn, love D, Joe, dog. She loves the doggy coin. Is likely to get sucked up. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Doggy coin is just for fun right now. But hey, while it's $7 or 7 cents, 6 cents, whatever it is it worth 30, 50 bucks? Why not? Because when it went up to 2 cents, I think it was, or 3 cents, I bought $10, $15. Then when it went up to $5, I bought another $10, $15. Then when it went up to like $7.50, I bought another like $20. So whatever that came out to, I don't really care. But this time I have all my stuff written down, so I'm not going to lose out if some miracle happened and all of a sudden it's $10,000 a coin or something. I'm not going to be like I am with the Bitcoin, where I got millions of dollars sitting somewhere and can't retrieve. All right. Mellon Bank, MasterCard, looking into Bitcoin. Exactly. And BitPay, who does merchant processing, already does kind of a flip with the crypto. All right. So that's very interesting how that's going to happen. I love strippers. GAN stock may be a play. All right, Curtis Davis, we'll get into it in a second. Let me welcome Trolene Jackson with the icon next to his or her name, but Troy Lean, I'm thinking it's a lady or a woman. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to your name, which means you're a member of the channel. So thank you so much. Came across this channel about a week ago. It's been life-changing. 100. That's what I like to hear, Trolene Jackson. Thank you so much for saying that, because that's what we're trying to do around here. That's why we're called Stop Struggling Now. The SSN Nation, we're all going to be emerging millionaires. You should be already on the road to it. And if you're new, like Troy Lean, she's catching up because she's watching the videos. And she's hopefully utilizing some of this stuff and getting that free Robinhood stock, free Webull stock, free money from Coinbase. And if you want to upload money to Coinbase, then save your money with Celsius. There you go. Interest every day. They accumulate it during the week and then pay it every Monday. Gotta love it. All right, Joshua Felder. ETH Classic. Members of the channel, you guys know I bought ETH Classic like a month ago when it was only about $7.25. And as Joshua Felder just said, it's over $11 today. It didn't literally move for almost like 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden in this last week, it went from around $7 to $11.50 or thereabouts. So good point, Joshua Felder. I told you guys about ETH when we were doing the fintechs. When you know the ERC20 token, the fintechs are running on that, and the fintechs are loaning, which is why you guys were told about Lend about 5 months ago, LEND, which turns into Aave. Aave is now $500 a coin. Back in the day, Lend was only like $1, or actually, I don't even think it was $1. It was like 60 cents or something. And then they kind of merged. So it made it like a 10 to 1. So it was almost like a $5. I'll call it $5 after they did the merge. So it was a 10 to 1. It switched for every 10 Lend you owned, they gave you an Aave coin. So now Aave's $500 plus, ladies and gentlemen. That quick. This is just 3 months ago. All right. This is how quick this is going down. You guys gotta keep your eyes and ears open. You gotta be an investor when you're an emerging millionaire, when you're trying to make your family, you're trying to create wealth, you're trying to get accumulations of some different type of money. You gotta always pay attention. Leave no stone unturned. When you're in your Robinhood and Webull app, they have news. You should be reading that news. All right? Pretty simple. It's not that hard. Just look at some of the stuff. Just read some of the articles, and then you'll be like, oh my, who knew about that? But now you're finding out when the top 10 percenters already know what they already know about. You now know about it, and now you can act upon it. That's how simple it works. And if you know if you know that the fintechs are running on Ethereum network, and then you know that they're going to offshoot and give loans to their customers like an Aave, like a Salt Lending, things like that. Now you got to just find out who's those companies giving the loans. That's a coin you might want to invest in. When you know there's a company that's revolutionizing or trying to revolutionize no fees for sending your crypto, which could turn into no fees for sending money worldwide, those are the kind of companies and coins you might want to invest in. And that's why some jump so fast. All right? Let's see. Curtis Davis. Realize once government gets hand on Bitcoin, it will be washed down with a little left for consumer to gain. Exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly. They've been trying to figure out for the last 10 years what to do about Bitcoin. You're welcome, Miss Jones. Mrs. Jones, you're welcome. Yeah, that's all the government's all about. They're trying to just make sure Tesla was purchased at average of 31K per coin. Nice. Wow. Okay. Curtis Davis, let me know if that actually went through. They actually didn't even file the paperwork, ladies and gentlemen. When he was over there talking about I'm going to buy 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, he forgot, I guess, that he runs a freaking company that's public. You have to file paperwork with the SEC when you're doing stuff like this. He'll probably get a fine but who knows? All right, watch PayPal. As once they get a hold of BTC, they will move. Exactly. And Square. I know Curtis Davis is smiling right now because he's always been talking about SQ. I know. You guys are both right on this. Andrew Miller, welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And I see that icon next to your name, and I appreciate you being a member of the channel. Thank you. Maria G in the house on another Friday night. Thank you again for your support and being here. Prince Aaron, how do you feel about New Cipher and GRT? These have been moving lately. Prince Aaron, if you're a member of the channel, no, I'm only messing with you on that. Actually, you would know, Prince Aaron. I think you must have missed it last Friday. But I've been talking about GRT. I bought GRT over about a month and a half ago. Members of the channel, I posted up into our community tab. Those people with the icons, they can see the special messages, so they know about GRT. And GRT, when I bought it, was like 52 cents a coin. I think it was. If I'm not mistaken, it was 52 cents a coin when I bought GRT. I looked at GRT today because I had to verify my SNX was sent from Coinbase after they hemmed me up for 24 hours. By the way, I'll get into this. Coinbase hemmed me up for 72 hours to send my SNX. Then I got this email today talking about, hey, we need you to send us the front and back of your driver's license. I was like, all right, you guys are with the government at this point. I mean, although everybody has to do KYC, but they said if I upload my driver's license front and back, then they'll release my money instead of waiting the 72-hour period. Sure enough, after I loaded up my stuff, my ID, they released the money to Celsius Network. Crazy. But New Cipher, that's what I was talking about, Prince Aaron. New Cipher is like a security for the blockchain. Love it. I haven't invested in New Cipher yet, but I will. I bought more GRT today, even at the $2 and whatever price, because I believe in GRT, the graph. So they keep track of everything like a librarian. I love it. So I believe in that. Y'all hit the like button. Oh, Maria G, thank you so much. I always forget to tell you guys, smash the like button. And if you like what we talk about, please subscribe to the channel. All right. But yeah, please smash the like button for the algorithms, because you know it's hard out here. Eric B. Lowe, Leah Dennis, welcome to the live stream. And of course, got that nice little icon next to you. The name, I love it. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Charlene Jackson, yes, I'm a lady, mother of 5 and grandmother. All right, grandmother in the house. And like, this is beautiful. It's never too late to learn. And by the way, in America, you always have to learn. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind. It's just the way it is. So very good job, Charlene Jackson. I'm glad you're here and you're willing to learn. And that means a humble person, because that means you're not thinking that you're better than what you are. Exactly. Everybody has to learn. Don't be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. Elon Musk has to learn because he's the hot guy right now. Bill Gates has to learn. Warren Buffett has all of the people that most people say they're the richest guys and people look up to and all this crap. Guess what? They're not sitting around. They're learning all the time, because somebody, like you guys have heard me say before, somebody's out there trying to take their lunch, trying to dethrone them. And the only way you can stay even above board is you have to learn what your competition knows, because as soon as your competition bypasses you, you're behind. So that's why they're always learning. They're always reading books. They're always reading, getting information wherever they can grab it from, to make sure that they're not left that far behind. They may be behind, but they're not going to be that far behind. Then you can make decisions for the future, not for the past. Make decisions for the future. All right. All right. Anyone seen Hylian? Yes, we know about Hylian. They haven't pretty much been on our list that much, simply because last year they were on the list. But when you have Plug, FCEL, BLNK, BEEM, And not only BEEM, BEAM, when you have movements of 100, 300, 500, 600, 700, 800, 1,000%, it's hard to mess with Hyliion. All right? That's all I'm trying to say. Not that they're a bad company, but there was so many other choices in that space, and they've all went up to almost 1,200, 1,500% on the money year over year. So it's hard to do Hyliion. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you shouldn't invest in them now, but there's also Workhorse, who's a company that I feel is lagging behind on the stock market, but Hyliion as well. So we'll get all into it. All right. Yes, ETH class. Exactly. That's the way I look at it. Anyone know of Desktop Metal DM? Desktop Metal. No, I'm not familiar with that. That's right. Been binging on videos all week, taking notes. All right, right on, Troyleen Jackson. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, sir. We need that. Exactly. Elon is getting his hands get slapped. Exactly. All that's going to happen is he's just going to get slapped. That's why he did it. And by rights, ladies and gentlemen, he should be getting fined like hundreds of millions of dollars for what he did. Just so you know. But these guys don't care because they're worth billions of dollars. So they're not going to care about paying a fine of 50 million. The key, Square, PayPal, Apple, Tesla, want to corner control Bitcoin market. Curtis Davis, exactly. How do you control something? If you know that there's a finite number, if you know there's only, let's say, 21 million Bitcoin, now you see right here where you could have a rush where people are going to go, well, wait a minute, how many Bitcoins are available for sale? The Elon Musk way. I'll just buy up. Wait, there's a billion for sale. I'll buy them up. All right. I don't know how that's going to happen, but this is going to be very interesting because I don't think there's a billion available. I've learned a lot from you and your channel. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo. Thank you. And we've learned a lot from you too. You've dropped gems on Friday night. So, don't be misunderstood. You're just as good as anybody else. You've been dropping the gems. Some wealthy do not want you to be financially literate or tax literate. Exactly. That's it exactly, ladies and gentlemen. And in case you missed last Wednesday, you guys, when you're buying, let me give you guys this thing that the Celsius guy brought up that I've been talking about for a while. The Celsius guy says, well, I'm going to hold your money on our Celsius network. They're not the only ones. Nexo, BlockFi, Salt Lending, all these guys, if you hodl your crypto on their networks, then you can get a loan, 30% to 50% loan to value, no credit check, no qualifying. 24 hours later, you'll have the funds in your account. All right. They all have that. But here's what you guys don't understand. If I have crypto on an exchange where I earn interest and they're going to give me a loan, let's say I have $10,000 and I go, hey guys, I want $5,000. Guess what? The $10,000 is still there. The $5,000 is a loan, and that is not a taxable event. So when I pay the $5,000 back, I still have the $10,000 plus if the price of the Bitcoin or the Ether or any other coin went up, now I also have that gain as well. And I don't have to pay taxes, ladies and gentlemen. But yet I use that loan to go out and buy an asset. And that asset is now paying me back. This is how the top 1%ers, top 10%ers stay ahead of everybody else. They don't have to pay taxes. They figure out the non-taxable events. And that's how you do it. The same way it works in real estate. Same way. I can borrow against my real estate. Same thing. All right? Keep these things in mind. Curtis Davis, you are absolutely correct. Exactly. That's exactly right. All right. Let me see. I lost the... let's see. There we go. All right. Yes, too many good choices in hot EV. Highland jumped 20%. Exactly. Highland's behind, so to speak. Because like Curtis Davis said, we were in on all the ones I mentioned when they were $5 or less. And all the ones I mentioned right now are like $40 to like $70. So when you're talking about 800%, 1,000%, 4,000% on your money, and Helion was lagging way behind, it was hard to invest in them at the time. Workhorse would be better. Yeah, I like Workhorse too. WKHS, by the way, is the symbols, ladies and gentlemen. DM is 3D printing. Oh, right on, Wilson Koo. 3D printing, that's nano dimensions, NNDM. I got to look at my phone because I actually bought another 3D printing company just because. I should look at my phone and figure out which one it is. I can't remember what the company was because when I saw it and it was so cheap, I just hit the buy button. I didn't even care because that's a competitor with not even really a competitor with Nano Dimensions. They have a different kind of 3D. It might be the same company. I just can't remember who. Wilson Koo might know because I put it earlier this week under the community tab. Only members like Wilson Koo would be able to see. So that may be the one he's talking about. Let me go look real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just curious because I know I bought a 3D printing company this past week. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have about 160 stocks, 70, maybe even, I don't even know. I have never counted because I just don't have them on Robinhood. I have them on other exchanges as well. And by the way, Curtis Davis, I finally got some AKTS just to make you happy, man. Actually, it's been in my detriment because I didn't invest all this time, and it's risen 50 to 100% while I was sitting around. And every week for like 7-8 months, he's been telling me, get AKTS. All right, Wilson Koo, I couldn't find out which one I invested in, but yes, 3D printing, the future. I like it. OJ Rustin, welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you again. Thank you so much for being here, man. Damn, you're a savage. That's right, man. All right, Mrs. Love Jones. This is why I like this channel. Exactly. Thank you so much. The community is awesome here. Eric, I've been here, want to say 3 years, maybe 4, and you have always shoot it straight. And thanks for opening my eyes to the clown moves that Integrity was pulling off. I bounced right after you. Thanks so much, Anthony Farrow. Yeah, I was getting a little grief when people thought I wasn't giving the support, but I had to just say, hey, it is what it is, man. And after and the thing is, I actually talked to him, which was that was the messed up part. And he was giving me the wrong answers. I was just like, man, you can't do this, you can't do that. And he's like, oh yeah, these guys said I could. I was like, you don't know. So that right there told me that he was just basically listening to other people, and he didn't really have a future himself for it. So that's why, man. But anyhow, I'm so excited about all this. What a good way to end a Friday night. That's right, Mrs. Love Jones. That's how we do it here. So we can get prepared for the Monday. And in crypto, we can be prepared every day. But for stocks, we can get our stuff ready for Monday. The assets pay you continuous and cash flow comes from loan repayment. It's brilliant. Circumventing taxable event. Exactly. That's how we do it. Eric will never steer us wrong. Thank you, Anthony Farrow. Eric, PayPal going to 385. Exactly. After Curtis Davis been telling me to get PayPal, Square, and I can't remember the other ones for the last 8 months. I finally had to cave in. I was too busy buying up all the EV I could get. AI, EV, and all that. All right. DM coming out with the fastest 3D printing. Yes, Wilson Koo. That means I think I invested in DM. I really do, because that was one of the things about this company that I invested in. They're the only ones that can do it too, and they have the software for it. Oh, yeah. Gilt jumped 20%. CCIV, heck of a week. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, I was just here 2 weeks ago talking about Galat. I'll call it Galat satellite. When we were telling you who's going to be launching the satellites, who's going to be running the 5G network that bounces off satellites, these guys. That's right. So anybody who would have been in 2 weeks ago, you now know just from Curtis Davis, this week it's 20%. But did you know last week was also 20%? And did you also know that the stock was like $10 or $8 at one time when I first started talking about it? All right. So I guess I'm going to have to do what we always do on Friday Night Lives, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go pull up GILT. You know how we do this. We're going to start looking at some of these stocks. So we'll start with the gilt. Members of the channel knows that I mentioned gilt under the community tab probably a little over a month and a half ago, somewhere in there. And we've been talking about the satellite stock for the last 3 to 4 months on the live stream. I mean, not 3 to 4 months, 3 to 4 weeks on the live stream. So I want to show you something. Let me get this off the screen. I want to show you guys something here. This is just 1 month movement. Remember when I was telling you? Yeah, it was. I knew it was under 10. I just can't remember the numbers. I own way too many stocks. But yeah, it was only $6.81 January 13th, ladies and gentlemen, less than a month ago when we were talking about, hey, well, it's about a month. A month ago, we were saying, hey, get this gelato. Now, we're not, financial advisors, and we may not know as much as anybody else, but we can read the newspapers when they're telling me satellites are going to be running off of the 5G network and helping it out. And I do know SpaceX, Virgin Galactic, is launching satellites. Doesn't it make sense? I should be going to the guys that are launching the satellite, and shouldn't I be going to the guys that are making the satellites and connecting with the 5G, the future? So yes, it was only 681 a month ago, 212% on our money, which means we've 2 times our money. So if you would have put in 100, it's now 300 in your account. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Simple. That easy. And by the way, last 2 weeks ago, I said, hey guys, there's another stock, Global Star, that was under $1 at the time. Here we go. So it must have also been about a month ago, because this is under $1, 93 cents. And we were talking about why not Global Star, and that's also 166% on your money. See how this works, ladies and gentlemen? Either way, we win. And members of the channel know I've bought both of them. And now you guys know. All right? Now, I'm going to go back over here just to check out this DM to make sure it's DM, because if it is, I think it was in the teens. Let's see if this is it. Nah, might not be what I bought, but we'll find out. Because I bought some 3D company. It wasn't a month ago. It was like, I don't know where it was. It was only like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. So it could have just been this company or not. But either way, Mr. Koo is right, because even if you would have done February 3rd, 19%, then it peaked to 33. Now it's come back down. So there's a little roller coaster here. Designs and markets, 3D printing systems, raised 430 venture funding. So yeah, anything in 3D printing, ladies and gentlemen, and laser print, not laser printing, but laser guidance like LiDAR. All right, that's what they're going to be using for autonomous driving. So those are the kind of things you got to think about. All right, so let's see here. What else we're going to talk about? Wilson Koo with the smiles. Yes, yes, AKTS. Yes, I finally bit the bullet after I missed out on the run-up. But it's still $16, ladies and gentlemen. But this is where it's been after Curtis Davis, after the last 6, 7, 8 months, under $8. And I would have doubled my money if I'd have been listening to him way back then on this stock. But again, we're picking some other stocks. We don't all pick the same stocks, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a 5G play stock as well. So these are the kind of things that you have to think about. So you might as well get a pen and pencil handy, write these down. Then you can review them over the weekend, then figure out if any of this fits with your portfolio plans. It's that simple. Nothing too strenuous. You always give us the goods, good vibes. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo. You always giving the real too. So I got to give you the love as well, man. I appreciate it. Bought me more PayPal last week at 233. Get involved. Exactly. And Square. I remember PayPal, Square, all of it. In fact, I haven't invested in PayPal or Square. The reason why? Because again, I like the 5Gs. I like the artificial intelligence. I like the autonomous driving. I like all of that. Curtis Davis likes also likes all that, but he also likes the finance sectors, the PayPal, the Square, the Visa, things like that, which is fair enough because there's going to be more and more transactions. That's just the way it is. So they always get their fees. So that makes perfect good sense. When you purchase these Bitcoins, they tell you what they are. Yes. You know what you're going to buy. You can only buy the coin itself. So you'll know if you can buy BTC, which is Bitcoin. Ethereum is like ETH. So you can, when you load your money up, you can either load money up onto Coinbase or you can just load money up and buy a certain amount. So you could say, I want to buy $100 worth of Ethereum, let's say. So you know it's Ethereum. And then, or you could say, I want $100 of Algo. There's so many different coins. But you can just pick the dollar amount and just go buy. Literally, it just buy. That's what it is. BUY, buy, and then put in a dollar amount. And then that's how much you'll buy. So it's almost just like, I can't even describe it really other than just dollar bills. But we have dollar bills already. So it'd be just like monopoly money, let's say. And you say, hey, I want to buy a laptop and here's $500 worth of monopoly money, except this is real money. So that's how it works. So it's pretty simple. You don't have to, once you get verified with Coinbase, you'll see it's very easy. I mean, there might be a little learning curve because it's new, but I see something here. Unmute. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me at all? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Nope, still can't hear me. Uh-oh. All right. I'm back, it looks like. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. That means you guys didn't hear me for a minute. And that meant probably 5 or 10 minutes. Thank you so much for letting me know, because I got frozen over here for a second, so I thought I was back live. All right. Thank you. All right. Now we can get back to the regularly scheduled programming. So that means you guys can only see on the screen what I was talking about. But I'm sorry about that, because it looks like 10 minutes couldn't hear anything. So all you were watching was things moving on the screen. All right. Let me see. I don't think I can go back. Oh, maybe I can go back. All right. We were talking about sundial growers, where Mr. Holloway was talking about he got in at 33 cents due to Stop Struggling Now information. And now look at the stock at $2.08, which is awesome. NEO dropped in price. Someone was mentioning about this, asking about it, if we should buy it. Yes, you should buy it. It was over 60. NEO's coming to America potentially. So therefore, the heat would be on Tesla if they allow NEO to come here, and NEO would be at least a $200 or $300 stock quickly. And then, of course, I was looking for Nikola, which I couldn't find the Nikola. Somebody asked about the Nikola. Yes, I don't like Nikola personally. And then we're back to the 5G play, Acoustis, AKTS. This is Mr. Financial. Curtis Davis is one of his favorite stocks he's been telling me about for 6, 7, 8 months. And look, it's doubled over 6, 7, 8 months. It was $8 October, $7, $8 September. So we all had chances to get in. Even December 3rd, it was under $8. So it's doubled since December 3rd. All right. Could have doubled your money, but I didn't get into AKTS until earlier this week. That's how it happens sometimes. All right. You're dropping too many gems. Cybernet. Thanks. Wilson Koo, you're welcome. Oh, Mr. 7 Streams of Dreams Income is here. Thank you so much for being here in the house on another Friday night live stream. Oh, yeah, man. We still rolling. Oh, and we're into the 1 hour mark. All right, everybody. You know what time it is. Please smash that like button, because we got to get more people to know about this. And as you know, we're trying to help other people. So please share the videos with other people, because you never know, you might reach another person that needs some help. And how we do it here is we make sure everybody can get some help. Neil's going to open in Scandinavia and Norway soon. There we go, Wilson Code. That's it exactly. They're greener than NA. Exactly. That's exactly right. Your thoughts on cannabis dip this week? Lateef Killingsworth, if you missed it before, how we do the cannabis situation is, or any stocks that you believe in, you buy more. When there's a dip, you buy more. And there was a heavy dip this week, almost a 30, 40% correction in some cases. But because we got Tilray, AFA, ACB, Cron, and all these guys, and they went up like 80%, 800% on our money, when it pulled back to almost half, we're still so far up. When you buy the stock at $6, $7 and it's still $35 after it goes half, like in the case of Tilray, buy more, right? So here we go. Here goes, let me show you right now, Tilray, for instance, because this is what he's talking about, ladies and gentlemen. He's talking about the cannabis debacle. Tilray, here we are, was up here at $63. Now it's all the way down here at 29, half. But look at this. 6 months ago, we were getting it at $5, $6. So even at $29, we still almost 1,000% on our money. So you can see why I was just sitting back. I don't really care if it dropped half. I'm still 1,000% on my money. So the decision is, are you going to buy now when you should be buying more? So again, since we bought when it was so low, we have an advantage because our dollar cost average is still going to be well under $29. Our dollar cost average might move up to like $10 or $11 after buying more. So we have an advantage. But I believe in cannabis, so you should be buying cannabis stocks, especially at 50% prices now. That's my advice about that cannabis play. All right. Sorry about the 10 minutes no sound, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for hanging in there and letting me know. I didn't realize that it was missing that long because I thought when I got frozen, I thought that's what you were referring to. So I misunderstood the messages, but thank you so much. Joshua Felder, X-Cur coin is next to blow up. I'm not familiar with X-Cur. Is that new cipher? Wait, he said X-Cur, right? Let's go look this up. Well, it's not a stock, so it's crypto. X-Cur crypto. Well, there it is, Curate. Oh, there we go. There we go. Joshua Felder dropping a gem, potentially. If this is known as a Curate, yeah, that's what I'm kind of talking about, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be these stocks that are going to make sure, if it's what I think just by the name, Curate, if they're going to keep track of certain blockchains and making sure, double checking the blockchain, that would be awesome. So anything that has to do with that, crypto payments, including X-Cur, Curate, I'm not familiar with it, but 1 million liquidity. But again, this is worth something to check out. This is what we do every Friday night. You might want to keep that pen and pad ready because this is the kind of thing that you want to check out. And that it might still be cheap enough. If it's at $2, here, let's go. Let's go see what it is. Why not? It's Friday Night Live. This is what we do. It's at $2.52. All right. I don't know what they do, but if they have the name Curate, and I'm hoping that they're actually a curation, almost similar to SNX, almost similar to a few other coins, projects, I'm going to like it. So, and it's cheap enough to, in my opinion, there's always some gamble room. I gamble. Why not? So I'll play a little bit with that. $2.53. What the heck? Even if it's $100, you know, no biggie. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much, Joshua Felder. All right. Thank you. Sound just came back in. Thank you so much for letting me know. Yes, I know about the 10. Tesla dropped to 805 was a good buy. Exactly. I bought more Tesla when it dropped to 800. When was it? Last week as well, when it took that dip. It went under 800 briefly intraday. I don't know if it was during the day, but I know it was intraday. In fact, let me go look because it was last week sometime they went under 800. Let's go see when it was, if they'll show it. Yeah, here, that's 29th. Oh, it wasn't that long ago. Oh, here we go. February 10th, that's 2 days ago. Yeah, intraday trading. So I guess it was 2 weeks ago when it dropped under. Yeah, that's when I bought some more when I saw it was like $7.98 at the time. That's how we got to do it. And it's going to be 1,000 probably. This is why it's so important to hit the bell to get the latest updates. 11K subscribers missing out on this right now. Exactly, Anthony Farrar. And by the way, the dirty little secret, unfortunately, the dirty little secret is, this is why I say share the video. Even if you subscribe and click on the bell in the back office, I can see how many people that YouTube allows to see the uploaded video. And unfortunately for this channel, 2,000 people, that's it, will get notification. This is why I say and tell people, hey, join the mailing list, the newsletter, in the link in the description near the bottom, because then you'll always, even if you miss the live, I'll send an email out so then people can still see the live again. And I always leave up the replay so people can see the stocks, the symbols that people are talking about. and things like that, so it can help out everybody that way. So this is why I always say, pay attention and share with other people and get in the newsletter, because not all 11,000 people get the notification. In fact, out of 11,000 subscribers, only 2,000 is going to get it. 9,000 don't even know nothing about it. And another 1,000 or two will find out about it tomorrow. They do like these little time releases, and never will they release to all 11,000 the video. So just so you guys know how this game is played. That's why you got to smash the like button and share the video and help other people out. Thank you so much for mentioning that, Anthony Farrow. Latif, copy that. Good on the cannabis. Buy more. Can you explain over when you had my question on the screen about, do you buy stocks with Bitcoin? No, you do not buy stocks. Bitcoin and stocks are separate. They're not the same thing. You go to Coinbase, if you might have went out, but on Coinbase is where you buy cryptocurrency. All right. And then you can move your cryptocurrency to places like Celsius Network or Nexo. And while you're holding your crypto, you earn interest daily, because you're not going to spend your crypto. You're just going to hold it. And then if you're going to hold it, then you might as well earn interest on your money. And if you can earn 5% annual interest, 6% annual interest, 10% annual interest, then you know you should upload your money over there and say, I'll take 10% or I'll take 7%. Or in the case of SNX and Matic, both of those coins, if you hold them at Celsius, gives American citizens 13.99% on our money. In fact, let me go over here to Celsius Network. In case you guys weren't on the Wednesday live, I am now an ambassador for Celsius Network. And being an ambassador means, I guess I get a little extra videos. I might get some sort of special treatment. I don't really know what that means yet. But I do know that if you send $200 to Celsius Network, meaning you upload money for United States citizens, you upload money to Coinbase. For the rest of the world, those of you who are lucky enough to use Binance or any other exchange that don't charge you outrageous fees, as long as you send $200 or more into Celsius Network, your first deposit from an exchange, you will get $30 in BTC. Celsius Network link is down below in the description. All right. So you have to upload money to Coinbase. So this is for the lady, Mrs. Jones. Here's Coinbase. All right. So you have to get over here and get started. You click on that, and then you have to give them, verify your email address. You're going to have to, link your bank account, things like that, and get your free $5 of Bitcoin or your free $10 worth of Bitcoin. Use my link down below in the description. And as some of you can see, there's this $40 here. And this is why you can go in here and learn. While you're learning, they give you an extra $3, $2, $5 of different types of crypto. So you can learn a little bit more about crypto, and you'll get a little bit better understanding. So everybody should just go to Coinbase if you're in America. If you're outside of America, it's easier for you. You can just go to Binance. All right. But you guys can all see, here it is. They give you $3 in new cipher, graph, $3, band, $3, maker, $6. And these are all learning. So you get to understand what's going on with some of these coins. All right. And so stocks and coins are totally separate. And then once you upload money to Coinbase, there's a thing called a send code. So it's a string of numbers, and you copy that code, or I reversed it. Actually, you sign up with Celsius Network, for instance, and they'll have a code, the receive code, and those are a set of numbers. Then you go back over to Coinbase, put in the set of numbers, and you hit send. and that sends the money over to your other place that you want it to go to, which is Celsius. All right, I'm just using Celsius as an example because they give you interest. And now I'm going to show people the interest part, because if you can get interest on your money, even though you're going to save your crypto anyhow, then why not? So here we are. We're going to go. I'll show you the earn part. I don't have to log in or anything. Actually, it's an app only. It's not really on the computer. So earn more with your crypto. As you can see, people outside the United States gets to earn 18.55% annually. Yeah, the free world. They earn 5% more than we do. The reason why, because the United States government doesn't allow USA citizens to earn interest in the Celsius token. You can only earn interest back into the token that you have saved there. So if I have Bitcoin saved there, they can only give me interest in Bitcoin. So that means I'm only going to get whatever, the 4% interest. But if I was able to get interest in the Cell token like the rest of the free world, then I would get an extra 5% on my interest annually. So I'm going to show you down here at the bottom, because some of you may be curious, this interest. You can see right here, Ethereum being held at Celsius, you get 6.61% interest annually. All right. And they give you interest every day, but then they accumulate it in the background, and then they give it to you on every Monday. All right. So I'm going to show you the drop down list. So some of you may be curious. Bitcoin. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to change something. Those are the numbers for the free world who are able to get interest turned into cell tokens. Here's what Americans get. Big difference because of our government. 4.74% for holding Bitcoin there, and Ethereum is 5%. All right, just to give you an idea. Some of you, which are some of the more people know, Litecoin, 4%. Stellar, which is XLM, 3%. Some of these may not be worth it. That's why I talk about Nexo, because Nexo is generally 5% on most of their coins. But look at this, Gemini, 12.5%, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a Gemini dollar. Look at this, the rest of the world gets 16%. That's crazy to me. Leaders of the free world. Now, you're going to find out why I sent over SNX. And I'll shorten this up because I'll just go to SNX. Here's SNX. Look, 13.99%, ladies and gentlemen, for American citizens. The rest of the world, damn near 20% interest on your money. That's insane. That is awesome. 14% is insane too. But that's why I sent some SNX over there, because I was like, okay, let's go check out this interest. Because as an American citizen, 14% on our money just by letting it sit somewhere without even taking any risk, that's kind of awesome. And you can borrow against this money, ladies and gentlemen. Just remember that. A link's down below. Get your free $30. You got to put over $200 or more into Celsius Network, and they'll give you $30 worth of Bitcoin. All right? So that's hopefully a short version of what's going on. Mrs. Love Jones. Hopefully that helps. Buy and sell platform. Yes. Coinbase, you can buy and sell. Yes. That's all. I think Coinbase is just an on-ramp for Americans. The rest of the world doesn't even have to deal with Coinbase. Dollar cost average, key to accumulating wealth. As asset appreciates over time. Be strategic. Buy, purchase on dips. Exactly, Curtis Davis. That's what we're trying to do around here. YouTube probably throttles traffic to preserve performance. The more concurrent users, the harder servers work, and only primetime people watch YouTube videos 6 to 10. Exactly. That's exactly right. Remember, YouTube is a platform, ladies and gentlemen. So they look out for their best interest. They're monetizing. So that's why you see videos, and some people have 5, 6, 10 videos, 10 ads in their videos. I don't do that. And so that may be one of the reasons why they're like, wait a minute, this guy's not on board with this 5 ads in a 10-minute video thing. one ad every 3 minutes or every 2 minutes. That's crazy. So no, I'm not on board with that. So that may be why they don't push it out that much. So that's why you guys got to help other people and push it out and share and say, hey, take a look at this. And don't forget to go down in the description and get some goodies. All right. That's all you got to tell them, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm sorry about the little technical difficulties tonight. We had a little gremlins because I might have been talking a little mess about the Armageddon. That's right. Are we prepared for the Armageddon? Don't forget. I didn't forget about that. Armageddon means I got to have money in crypto. That means I got to have a little gold, silver, precious metals in hand, not on a stock market platform, but in hand, gold and silver, precious metals. And I got to have water, canned foods, sitting in the cupboards, even, toilet paper. Let's face it, after this COVID situation, I guess toilet paper is the first thing that's going to run out if there's a problem, right? So let's keep it straight about that. What was your thoughts on TRXC? My thoughts are buy. I didn't buy any yet, though. But I say that's only because I had some other fish to fry. Because I was behind on a few things that I wanted to buy. Like AKTS, for instance. I was behind. But yes, I buy. Let's just put it that way. Look at the chart for the last month. This is a buy. I should have already been in it myself. But again, I can't be in all of them. None of us can. Right? I left it off the chart. But yeah, look at this as a monthly chart right here, ladies and gentlemen. It went from $2 to $6. It's been rising. So, yes, I think you should buy this. Unfortunately, I didn't get in when I should have like a month ago. But it is what it is. You can't win all the stocks. You got to lose sometimes. If you could win all the time, this would be too easy. Everybody would be doing it. But everybody's not, because this is a risk. Investing is a risk, because sometimes if a company's not able to get approval for something, then their stock goes down. And then when people think they're going to get approved for something, then their stock rises fast. So TRXC, I think they're a good company. And what can you say? I haven't invested myself, though. But if you have, awesome. Kudos to you, because that's a good investment, in my opinion. 5 ads in 5 minutes. Exactly, Curtis Davis. We don't do that here. It's the No Guru Zone. Maybe you and Curtis should do a live show together. Seems very knowledgeable. Yes, Anthony Farrell. I've been trying to get Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, on another live stream. We only did one. Me and Mr. Davis only did one live stream together, I believe. So, yeah, we need to do some more where he's on the other side of the camera, talking, getting his face out there. He's Mr. Financial. But I know it's hard to be on the live stream and tapping on the keys saying, hey, check this out, check this out. It's easier for him to tap the keys and say, check out AKTS, PayPal, Square, Teladoc. That's easier for him. All right. The 4 Gs, grub, gold, guns, G. Exactly. Exactly. Facebook arbitrage method still works. Exactly. Sell products using other people's money to buy crypto and stocks. Joshua Felder in the house. Mr. Arbitrage. That's his name. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know what that is, what we're talking about with arbitrage, anybody can do. I'm going to give you a simple one that anybody can do. Craigslist, OfferUp, Let Go, Facebook Marketplace. You guys know that people say free items, come and get it. What are you supposed to do when you pick up those free items? You're supposed to resell them. That's kind of like arbitrage. Free money. In fact, I know somebody that does that for a living. Literally a living. They go around and when people have, when somebody moves and people are putting stuff out on the side of the curb for people to move, they go pick some of that stuff up. And all they do is turn around and put it on all the platforms. I don't even know all the platforms, but I know Facebook, Craigslist are like the two, OfferUp, Let Go, and they're just taking pictures. That's it. They got the stuff for free. If it sells, it sells. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff sitting around, but they're making money because they're going to sell 1 or 2 items, 3 items, 5 items a day. It's incredible. It's incredible. But we'll use the Joshua Felder method and the Miss Learn and Earn method. So Joshua Felder goes to Walmart, goes to the clearance section, and you can see online, let's say a product online is really selling for 50, 60 bucks. He's there getting it out of the clearance section for 20 or 15. And then Miss Learn and Earn says, that's right, I use my cash back card too and get an additional 2, 3, 4, 5% back. Then they turn around and go put it on Facebook. Oh, you can do Amazon, Craigslist, offer up, let go for a higher price than what they bought it for, double or triple the price. And that's how you do arbitrage that way, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Joshua Felder's talking about. And Miss Learn and Earn does something similar. She goes to discount liquidators, buys pallets of items. They could be from leftovers from Amazon, a Walmart, a Best Buy. But you go buy these pallets, and then you turn around and put them on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, offer up, let go, and whatever. You could have an Etsy store, Spotify. It does not matter. eBay. There's so many platforms. There's free platforms. So that's how she does it too. Again, good points, Joshua Felder. Ground, gas, 5Gs. That was a great live stream with Curtis. Thank you so much, Miss Learn and Earn. Yeah, I gotta get Curtis back on. I don't know, that was a great one. So we got to get Curtis on the live stream instead of just in the chat only. Maybe he'll stop being camera shy. But we were a lot smaller back then, so he might be camera shy. I'll have to find out. Make money wherever you can. Exactly. Diversify. That's part of Armageddon. You have to diversify. You can't put all your eggs in not one basket, not 2 baskets, not 3. You got to have multiple baskets, because if the other baskets get shut down, you got to be able to pick your fruit from somewhere else. And you're still going to sweat a little bit, but at least you're not going to be sweating like you have nothing left in the tank, no more bullets in the chamber. You got to make sure you're actually able to get something from somewhere. All right. In 2021, we were spoiled. GSAT up 8% in one day, PIN up 5%. Just imagine all top 5 stocks up 2% over 100 days in a year. It's early 21. Exactly, Curtis Davis. We are spoiled. That's why I had to break out with this live stream about Armageddon, because people are thinking this will never end. They're thinking this is all good, but one day is going to come where the stocks are going to crash 30, 40, 50%. People are going to say, hey, I need a loan. They're going to say, I'm sorry, we're not giving out loans anymore. Then you're going to say, hey, I need a job. They're going to be like, I'm sorry, there's no jobs anymore. You are going to wish that you would have got your real estate, your online real estate, your social media name out there and being able to monetize yourself in a different way. So that's why you should always start doing it right now. Monetize yourself. Get your names on all the social media platforms, the Facebook page, Snapchat, TikToks, Instagrams, all of it. Get your real estate there, so that way you'll always have an outlet. If the internet's still on, you'll have an outlet and a way to make some money while you sleep. Because as you can imagine, even in Armageddons, people are going to be looking for something. And what better way than to sell it over the internet? All right. Miss Learn and Earn. Exactly. She knows. I learned a lot from Curtis. He's a smart guy. Exactly, Joshua Felder. Mr. Financial, Curtis Davis in the house. Eric is a legend. You don't even know. Joshua Felder, thank you so much, man. I humbly appreciate that comment. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. We here trying to help people. I appreciate it, man. All good things come to an end, and it is a cycle. Exactly. And the cycle is overdue, ladies and gentlemen. The governments around the world have conspired to make sure that they can prop up the dollar. All right? Prop up the monetary system, because what's left, if anybody's seen what was that movie? Escape from the Bronx and Escape from LA, otherwise known as Snake Plissken. when the government was like, I think in the second one, Escape from LA, when at the end he's like, hey, the other world powers, they're coming towards America. The fleets are coming, and you see them, boats are coming, airplanes are coming, and the guys in America can no longer launch their boats, planes, and everything else because Pliskin has the button. And Pliskin says, all right, to each his own. Only the fittest going to survive. He didn't give up the goods. And then the screen went black. That's how it ended. That's what's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's a war going on, and you don't know it. Some of you are sound asleep, going to work every day, barely making ends meet, thinking, how come I'm spending so much money, but I'm making so much more money? But it seems like I can't never make ends meet. I make like $5,000 more than I did 2 years ago. But for some reason, I go down. That's because there's inflation. It's built in. That's why when they're printing money, they don't care about inflation, because the printing of the money goes to the top 10%ers. So do they really care that your groceries are going to go up 20%? No, they got their money. They don't even know what inflation is. You know what inflation is because your paycheck didn't go up 20%. I'm just saying. All right. Let's see. Yes, social media acquire assets, digital properties before they block or throttle or ban. Exactly right. I love to hear Curtis crack up when he talks about all the money he is making in stocks. That's right. He's an emerging millionaire. KZ Lewis with the icon next to your name. Thank you so much for being here on the Friday Night Live. How will this affect the crypto markets? Crypto markets will not be affected. Crypto markets right now are a standalone entity. All right. So the governments around the world have been trying to figure out a way how to infiltrate, which they have. They also had to try to figure out how to stop or block their citizens from being able to use it in case they want to block you and take all your assets. They want to be able to take those too. So that's what their problem is right now. They're like, wait a minute, this stuff is all over. We can't grab it. So that's a problem. So it's not going to be affected. Sure, there's going to be some exchanges or some places where the government's going to be able to snatch something, the person, the controller of the coins of the exchange, and threaten their life and their family's life. I mean, that's what it'll come down to. You know? Eric speaks facts. The dollar, exactly. Dollar bill's going down, ladies and gentlemen. It has been going down. Thank you. Learning so much from you getting Coinbase. All right. Pam Archibald, thank you so much. Use the link down below in the description if you're going to get Coinbase. Get your free $3. Get your free $10. That's how we do it. All right. Eric, you have been an inspiration. Thank you so much, Miss Learn and Earn. So have you. Thank you for that little tidbit and tips on the liquidation and liquidators.com and doing that arbitrage along with Joshua Felder before. Thank you so much. Got to rewatch this. Love. Thank you. 7 Streams of Dreams Income. Live. Exactly. Watch the live. I hear you. If China do their digital and own crypto, we will have a different experience. Wilson Koo. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand where we live. You're spoiled living in America. Imagine what I just described to you about Armageddon. That's what's going on with other countries. So what you may or may not know is when, let's just say Brazil, which won't be the case, but let's say Brazil needed to get some oil from Russia. Do you realize the United States has the world currency? So the United States, they have to change their currency into dollars, and Russia has to do the same thing for the transaction to be met. All right? So this is why the United States doesn't care about printing money, because everybody has to go through them for these transactions as the world currency. Other countries like China, Russia, and any other big-time country have been trying to stop the United States from being a world currency because the United States is over $25 trillion in debt. We're basically a bankrupt country. We're no better than Mexico, Argentina, Russia, Europe at this point, but yet we're high and mighty. And so that's why people have been trying to figure out how to circumvent the dollar and do transactions with some other money. So you got to understand what's going on around here. We're spoiled. So if we weren't the world's currency, we would be like when I went to the Dominican Republic and it was 54 pesos to $1. That's what we would be if there was another country with the world currency. And then our economy would be stagnant. It would people wouldn't have jobs. This would be like a third world country. Just keep these things in mind. And there could be a sea change because if cryptocurrency, where people start putting their money into cryptocurrency and not even caring about the dollar, that's why countries are trying to block it, trying to figure out a way to stave this off. That's what's going on. Exactly right, Wilson Koo. Troyland Jackson, what's coming? All right. My first time tuning in. So glad I caught you live. Leda White, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here for the first time. Hopefully we're giving you some knowledge and some different perspectives on what to think about. And if you like anything, please go down in the description because there's free shares of stock. There's free money for Bitcoin that you can get. So you can start right there. All right, crypto like peer-to-peer, like early Napster was in 2000, exactly. Lending Club, peer-to-peer, that's right. So they can't get their grubby hands on you, that loan that they're writing up, and they're writing up the derivatives. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Why do you think the first move when you're growing up, they go, get a house, have that picket fence? You know why they're saying that? Where else can you get money for $250,000, $300,000 items, $500,000 items? Cars don't cost that much. Clothes don't cost that much. TVs don't cost that much. So again, a lot of you know about the derivatives talk I have, but we have new people here. Why do you think ever since you're a toddler, they're telling you get a job so you can give them your 401k money, buy a house, because now the bank is giving you a loan. And then you have a loan for 30 years. And you got to keep your job. And a lot of you know what I'm talking about because there's some of you right now this week where your boss or your supervisor came up and talked to you crazy. And the only reason you didn't slap them is because you were like, I need this job. And they know that. Let's face it. And the same rules apply. Once I have you locked down with the home loan for 30 years, you're going to be worried about if you get unemployed for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, because you know what happens after about 3 months. They like sticking them foreclosure notices or pre-foreclosure notices on your door. So you're scared. So they don't want you thinking outside of the box. They don't want you financially free. Because then you'll be joining them, and then you're going to turn that paper into money. So again, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. 10 of you live in a neighborhood. 10 of you just bought a house for, I'll say we're in Cali. 10 of you bought a house for $500,000 each. The bank has a piece of paper right here. 10 of these, $500,000 pieces of paper, worthless, right? But no, ladies and gentlemen, it's not worthless. 10 times 500,000 is $5 million. They can now put those nice, neat stacks of paper together, go to Wall Street, wave them around, and say, who will give me $2 million cash for this $5 million worth of A-rated paper? And guess what? A company comes in and says, here's $2 million. We'll take that. They got paid for nothing. They didn't do anything other than let you write up and sign a loan paper, signature. Your signature said, I have a loan. You haven't even had your first payment yet. And they're selling the paper. They got their $2 or $3 million. They're out the picture. You're on the hook worrying about missing a payment now for 20 years, 30 years. Some of you do 15-year notes, but 15-year minimum, 15 to 30 years. Now you see why the 1%ers have you brainwashed saying get a house. Because I can turn in 100 homes times 500,000, and now we got $50 million, all for some paper. And I don't have to wait on the money. All I got to do is say, who'll give me $20 million for this? And somebody will. That's what they're doing to us, ladies and gentlemen. So once you free your mind from that, all of a sudden you start going, well, wait a minute, maybe I don't need a house. But then I know some of you are going to say, hey, then what about your equity? Well, for all the new people, I dare you to do mathematics, because I'm going to tell you something right now. If you run your mathematics for your 30-year note and you said, okay, Eric, I'm going to look at, I make a payment of $800 a month and times 360 payments. Then go see how much you bought your house for, and then look at the number that the $800 a month for 360 payments came out to. You're not going to like what you see, because then you're going to be like, damn, I just basically paid what my house is worth just 30 years later. This so-called appreciation, you paid for it. That's all I'm trying to say. Think about it. All right? So, what do we got? While you're wasting your wealth on worthless, I shouldn't say worthless. A home is not worthless, because, yes, you can borrow against it. But if you can rent out a home or rent out real estate, that's in a much better position, because that's revenue coming in. It's not revenue going out. All right? It's not a liability. All right. Anyhow, enough about that. But that's what we're talking about. And that's why some of you may notice sometimes you get a notice in the mail saying you have changed. What do you hear? Mortgage companies. That's because they sold your note. All right. Let's see. I think I went down too far. All right. Oh, Letter White. Yes. Thank you so much. Peer-to-peer. Wilson K. Any thoughts on CyberArk software? Cyber? Yes. I like cyber. CYBR. Bye. Love it. Thanks for helping us to relearn. Robbie D, welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you here. Thank you so much for being here on a Friday Night Live. Tanisha Lyles, if we transfer over 200 of crypto to Celsius, does the same deal apply for $30 in Bitcoin? Just wondering. Or is it deposit only? No, you can't deposit directly to Celsius Network. You have to upload to an exchange like Coinbase, and then you have to send it over to Celsius, and you have to do $200 or more of that, whatever, Bitcoin, SNX, like I sent SNX, or it could be Ether, or it could be a bunch of different Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, Dash, USDT, the list goes on and on. But yeah, as long as you send $200 or more on your first deposit, then you receive the $30 in Bitcoin. All right. That's all you have to do. And the Celsius Network link is down below. And look at the promo code I have, and the link itself will take you there. We're going back to beginning on digital plane, traders to trader value without central party control referee. Exactly. Exactly. So a lot of you understand what happened with Robinhood and Webull. Oh, smash the like button, everybody. So we know, so let YouTube know that we're here. A lot of you know about the Robinhood and Robinhood situation with the GameStop and AMC. And when the big time boys were about to lose billions of dollars, in fact, Melvin Capital would have went out of business. They halted the game. The referee came in and blew the whistle and said, hold on now. We can't have the A team over here losing. Hold on now. Washington Generals, you're playing the Harlem Globetrotters. You're supposed to lose all the time. Hold on. Time out. We can't have this. No. So what we're going to do is change the rules right now. You guys used to give us 3% of the value of the stock when you were doing a transfer. So when somebody buys and when somebody sells the stock, somebody has to buy. So it used to be like 3%, 4%. So imagine one day you wake up because the boys are losing and they go, no, it can't be 3% no more. It's going to be 100%. And you're like, wait a minute. I don't have no plan for 100%. I got planned for 3%, even 4 or 5 or 6 or 8%. What's this? I got to furnish 100% collateral up front. That's what they did to Robinhood, and that's what they did to other exchanges, ladies and gentlemen. And what that did was that stopped people from being able to buy the stock. So they can only sell the stock at this point. And if you're selling the stock only, then the price is going to go down. So therefore, it saved Melvin Capital from losing, going out of business and losing about $20 billion. So it turns out it saved them about $5 or $6 billion instead of going broke. So that's what's happening. With crypto, you can't do that. That's the beauty of it. There is no referee like Curtis Davis said. Nobody can call timeout. You lose, you lose. It's a capitalist system. Wilson K. China knows that, and people are pulling out dollars for gold or euros. They're looking to put a basket of currency as the go-to currency. Exactly. That's why you got to do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Armageddon. You got to get your gold, got to get your silver, precious metals, physical in hand, just a little bit, not a lot, just 3%, 4%, whatever. Crypto's here to stay. The genie is not going back into the bottle. Exactly, Diesel Mike. It's staying. I think clean energy be detrimental to USD. Could be, but I don't think clean energy will be detrimental to USD. I think crypto and any alternative payment methods are going to be detrimental to USD. And I also think by the United States printing money and acting all badass for the last, 100 years, deteriorating the dollar, sooner or later, the dollar is going to be so worthless that the other countries are just going to be like, you know what, we're not even going to use you guys. They're just going to band together and be like, you know what, we're tired of being the stepchild. When you get to dictate to us, our currency is 5 to 1, 3 to 1, 100 to 1. Meanwhile, you guys are bankrupt and you're acting like you can just do whatever you want. That's crazy. So I'm surprised it hasn't happened already. But clean energy, I don't know. But crypto, I think so. Slap the boss. Pam Marshall. Hey, I'm going to tell you guys, some of you guys might not know, I used to work for other people when I was much younger to keep money circulating for their families generationally. That's it, Lawrence Holloway. Got to keep it moving. Velocity of money. Get a house, pay it outright so you don't have the bank own you. Yeah, that's one of the philosophies. But again, Wilson Koo, I'm not in the Dave Ramsey school. If you're going to get a house, you have to get a loan. Pretty simple. The reason why, inflation is more than the loan. So if you have a loan at 5%, inflation is like 15. So you're going to be ahead. So that's why you have to get a loan if you get a house. You don't pay cash. The reason why you don't pay cash is for what's happening right now. If you had the cash to pay for a house, let's say $200,000. Let's just say in the last 3 months you had $200,000, and instead you said, you know what, I'm going to put $100,000 in the stock market. In certain places, that $100,000 right now would be like $500,000. That's what's going on right now. So there's opportunity cost is lost. That's why I'm not in the Dave Ramsey school about saving cash and buying a house, because that cash right now, you could be earning thousands of percent. That 100,000 could have turned into 1 million in less than 6 months. If you were to pick the right stocks, that is. No way you can know you're going to pick the right one, but you might have picked Tesla that went up to almost 600-700, then split 5 ways. Then now it's back up to 600, 700, 800. You could have had a couple hundred shares easily. And so all I'm trying to say, that's the kind of thing that happens. That's why I never say you don't buy cars for cash. You don't buy houses for cash. Anything that costs a lot of money, you shouldn't even pay cash, because inflation your interest rate is lower than inflation. So over the long term, just because a $500 payment today might seem like a lot, but 2 years from now, it's like you're paying $430 a month. 4 years from now, it's like $390. The cost is less because the money costs more in the present time. So that's what you got to think about. All right. And that's how the U.S. government actually operates. And that's how they do the deficit, by the way. That's why there's the deficit's no big deal to them, because later on, it's actually 23 trillion, 25 trillion, 5-10 years from now. It's cheaper. It costs you less. So that's why they don't care. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, I see we got lots. Crypto is here to stay. Exactly. Curtis Davis, Eric, you're doing brain surgery, changing people's mind, brain freshing people. I hope so, man. I hope so. That's what I've been trying to do here. My friends, ladies and gentlemen, I used to tell my friends this stuff for the last 20 years, 30 years. And all they would ever say is, do you have a job? Are you retired? How come you're able to just do whatever you want? Where do you work? Because they'd be like, I just tell them, hey, I just went here, came here from here, went there, came from there. And they're like, do you work? I'd be like, yeah, I work, but my money makes money while I sleep. Penrose Therapeutics, look in on this, oncology therapy. Give me the codes. We can do it, Penrose. I think you know what? Yeah, I think I saw this. Yeah. I did see this. Actually, I saw this they had an article. I think I saw the article, whether it was on Webull or Robinhood, about this company. I can't pull it up, though. I can't find out the ticker symbol. But, yeah, it could be. Anything with health and wealth right now is going to be good. They can do the same with exactly that. Derivatives or student loans are derivatives. That's why they monetize going to school and college. That's why, go to school. Because now schools used to cost you like $1,000 a year. They monetized it. They said, man, we can charge $40,000 a year. They won't care. They go to school thinking they're getting an education. And then now, how many students do you have enrolled there? 5,000? And you're getting $20,000 a year? Yeah. Do the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. And all they do is flip the paper. And then when you get out of college, you find out where's that $80,000, $100,000 job a year. Sure, some of you will get that, but 80%, 90% of you won't. It's a law of supply and demand. Every year, which is something when I went to college, I didn't even think about. I just thought I was a badass. I was like, I don't have to worry about it. I'm smart. Yeah, I get out, I go, and I find out, oh, wait a minute. I graduated? Wait a minute. So did 5 million other people. How many jobs are available? Oh, how many jobs are available for $100,000 for somebody just out of college? Oh, wait, only a few 100,000. Big surprise. Now, I had skills, so I was lucky enough. I could have worked with a few people, and I did. So I was kind of lucky. But nonetheless, it didn't dawn on me until one day I was walking out at EDS, Electronic Data Systems, from my interview, when they're telling me, Eric, you got the job. We're going to pay you this, that, and the other. Nice, tidy sum. Then I walk out in the hallway. Literally, there was 100 people in the hallway looking for a job, sitting in there waiting for an interview. And I was sitting there when I'm walking out like, damn, I didn't even think about this. I'm actually competing more than against my classmates, more than against all the college students that graduated this semester. I'm competing against the college students that graduated last year and the semester before. That's millions of people. There are not millions of jobs for a college student that's 22, 23, 24 years old. Let's get real. And do you really think they're going to be trying to pay you $100,000 a year? Hell no. Let's get real. The brainwashing starts from the time you're 5 years old. They got you in this loop. Instead of saying, hey, this is how you get wealthy and show you the tools that it takes to get wealthy so you can stand alone, They want to keep you down in the chain, so to speak, and say, nah, go to school, get a job. But meanwhile, they're taxing you the whole way. And mind you, if you own a home, you're paying taxes on that home. You have a job, you're paying taxes. That's why you get your own business, ladies and gentlemen. You get your LLC, and then you turn that into an S Corp. Watch the videos if you want to find out how to change it into an S Corp. Okay, I'll get into that right now because this is Armageddon. Some of you right now got your 1099s, and you made $40,000 or more last year. And you're sitting there sweating it right now going, damn it, we made $40,000 profit, and I got to pay self-employment tax of 15.3%. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not any cheap amount of money. All right? 4 times 15.3, we're approaching $7,000 in taxes. If you live in the state of California, that's another about $3,000 in state taxes. If you live in Florida, Texas, Nevada, you might not have any state taxes. But nonetheless, $7,000 in taxes, which just means they're siphoning away your wealth. Now, you have an S corporation, which, by the way, I have a video for the S corporation. You can search the channel. But if you have an S corp, what you could do, and you can still do this, by the way, you can backdate it because you can go back 3 years. But I wouldn't advise doing this yourself. You need to talk to somebody in the field, a tax attorney or something, so they can handle this for you. But let's just say you, instead of having a $40,000 profit, let's just say you the same 40,000, even though that's the threshold, you want to make more than, you want to, anything over 40, and I always say 50,000 or more, you should do an S corp, but I'll use 40. What you could do during the year, you can go back and say, you know what, when I did my withdrawals, owner draws, if you have an LLC, I'll count that as a draw, which is not taxed under self-employment. And instead, I'll say that I got $16,000 in W-2. How much tax do you pay on $16,000? That's 40%, right? 40% of 40. $16,000, you pay zero, pretty much zero. And the other 24,000, that's a draw. We have minimal taxes. So now our tax exposure is like 1G, 1,500, something like that. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Just giving you the keys to how the top 10 percenters operate. All right? And yes, Stop Struggling Now is an LLC. Stop Struggling Now is a S Corp. So now let me do something else for you since we're on this journey. Let's go make this a little bit more realistic. Let's just use the number $100,000 profit. Let's just say I'm going to pay myself $40,000 in a W-2, which now means that same $40,000, I'm going to owe $7,000 in taxes due to self-employment. Let's just say the other $60,000 I did an owner distribution because now I'm an S corp. It's no longer called an owner draw. It's an owner distribution. Now, I'm going to pay $10,000 maximum. Let's reverse it and go into if I had a $100,000 profit on an LLC, and since an LLC is a pass-through entity, meaning it goes to the owner of the company, it passes through a $100,000 profit, that now means you got to pay $15,300 just in self-employment taxes. And never mind the other $85,000 that you're going to have to pay on that tax code, which is going to be like another 20 G's. Yeah, your tax bill is going to be somewhere around 20 grand after it's all said and done. if you're not an S corp. So I'm just giving you an idea, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you stay and keep your wealth. And then you can use your wealth to make more money. And now I know I'm way behind after I went down that long road. All right. Let's go. If we all do crypto, yep, then we'll control by the bank. Exactly. Wilson K., you are correct. It's like NFL on Super Bowl night. The refs, exactly. Doing something is better than doing nothing. Nobody's coming to save you. Exactly, Joshua Felder. You know the chant. Nobody's coming to save you. No time. I just got approved for $650 mortgage in California on 1 acre of land. I think I will change my mind. Mrs. Love Jones, I'm baffled about this. What are you exactly saying? You bought 1 acre of land, and where is it? Don't just say California. What city is it in? Because $650 a month for land, yeah, that's a return to sender. Because okay, I'm going to do something right now. In fact, show you guys something. Speaking of real estate, and if it's only land, check this out. Discount lots, ladies and gentlemen. Discount lots. Here we go. Let's see. I wonder if she was over here at Discount Lots. Here we go. $466 a month. $1 down. $487 a month. $1 down. Looks like desert to me. Oh, here goes the $636 a month for $1 down. This looks like desert, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you're going to buy vacant land, you need to have a plan going in. With real estate, you got to have a plan before you buy. If you're planning on buying a vacant piece of property and listening to somebody sell you property saying it's worth 50 grand, it's only going to be worth 50 grand if you know you can sell it for 50 grand. And it's also worth 50 grand if you know you can go down to the bank and the bank says, Eric, we'll give you a loan because it's worth 50 grand. Or we'll give you a construction loan, Eric, because we'll use that as collateral because it's worth 50 grand. Then I'll believe it's worth 50 grand. But vacant land like what I just showed you out in the desert, without a plan, it's worthless. Because you're going to pay taxes on it, especially in California. You pay taxes on it, and if it's in an HOA environment, you're going to be paying HOA fees too. So you're siphoning off even more money to pay for vacant land that you're not using to generate any income. So if you're going to buy vacant land, it has to be a move, or it has to be so cheap that you can hold it. But if you're going to be paying $600 a month, that's kind of like a mortgage almost in some states, not in California, but in some states that's a mortgage. So and you can always buy land cheaper, by the way, as well. So we'll see where she says it is, and then we can look into it further. All right. So let us know. Only 20 billion. That's right. I think we're going to move to Georgia and buy a less expensive home. I found earlier today on 1 acre. Yeah, made so much sense just now about them selling notes. Exactly, Mrs. Jones. And yeah, my parents live in Georgia. So they bought, they lived in California when I was growing up. And then all of a sudden when I'm a senior, they're going, hey, we're moving to Georgia. And we never lived in Georgia. But that's when homes in Georgia were like 40 grand, 35 grand. It was insane. So the thing is, Georgia does have cheaper property. Oh, well, so all over the South has cheaper property. Let's just face facts. Southern states have cheaper properties. When the little brother wants to take over, i.e. China versus the U.S., us. Exactly, Brandon Hicks. That's exactly right. They've been trying. Brandon Hicks, I hear you. Exactly. We have utilized credit better, invest in group economics. JP, welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you here on the Friday night. Exactly, man. But here's the thing. I understand what you're saying. I have these conversations with my boys all the time back in the day. But my thing is, when I go and spend my money, I don't know where my money goes. So when we talk about group economics, keep in mind, mostly everything is held by one particular section of the United States population. So even if I have my own thing, it's going to go across the border, so to speak. Even because there is no, in America, everything is not just one group. There's not just one city of an ethnic group, so to speak. So therefore, even if I own buildings in Chicago, it's going to intersect with everyday life for all Americans, and who I'm going to be paying for that building, and where the water is going to be paid, and where the sewer is going to be paid, and the garbage is going to be paid. Taxes are going to be paid. It's not just stays within one group. That's not how America works. So ultimately, it's hard for a smaller group to expand when the larger group has the majority of everything, and you have to go through them to get it. Almost like a monopoly board after somebody takes over 90% of the board. Just because you have that 10% of the board and you might want to hang out and make it a group thing, ultimately you're going to run into the other guy that owns the other 90%, and it's a crossover. But I hear what you're saying. I hear you. But it has to be, in America, it's usually every man for himself. And then it's hard to get a group together. And every now and then there's a group movement. And welcome to the movement, because it's going down right now. All right, man. I appreciate that. Brandon Hicks, Mr. Love John, I hate to say it, but China will be number one day. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's coming. House equals 30 years a slave. Exactly, Tanisha Lyles. Inflation should be number one thing taught in school. Exactly. Curtis Davis. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, they don't teach you this. Okay, here's the thing. The reason why they don't want to teach you this is twofold. There's several reasons. But in the around 1979, 1980, somewhere in there, inflation was so high in the 70s. And so people knew what inflation was, so that affects everything. If you know inflation is 20%, when you go down for your job and they start going, well, Eric, we're going to give you a 2%, 3% raise this year, you're like, did you not know that my cost of my goods all went up 20%? And you're talking about a 3% raise? Well, back then, unions were more prevalent. So unions were like, nah, we're not taking no freaking 3% raise. You better give us 15 at least. And then they would hold out. And that's why they had to start squashing the unions. Because once you realize inflation really is 15% and 20%, you want your pay to go up. And this is why, think about it. What is the minimum wage? It's still nearly the same as it was in 1985. 25, 30, 40 years later. This is crazy. So no, nothing's going to be taught in school that has to do with finances, because they want you to stay down here, dumbed down, not even entertain the idea, because you don't know what you're going to be worth. You don't know what you are worth. So you got to keep all these things in mind. And they changed the calculation. I did a video on this. They changed the calculation in 79, 80 for inflation. They used to do cost of goods over the course of a year. They would have a basket of goods, and then they changed it. Then they changed it to some other index, just so they can make the inflation look like 2-3%. And now you have billionaires running around the planet. I saw an interview with Mark Cuban talking about inflation's only 2%. Man, I wanted to slap the screen. This is what happens when you're rich. You don't care about inflation when you have 10, 20 streams of income coming in, and they're not just little streams of income. When you have 10 or 15 companies generating hundreds, 50 million, 10 million, 20 million, you don't really care about inflation. So for him to be sitting up there talking about it's 2 or 3%, it really is not. For the rest of us who go down to the grocery store every week and somehow spend $200-300 and sitting there going, wait, I only got 7 bags, 6 bags here. What the hell's going on? Yeah, tell us it's 2 or 3%. I don't think so. Brandon, you were correct. P have no idea how they move. Exactly. Tanisha, too cold. Ha ha. Don't tell him. Like Neo in Matrix. Exactly. Curtis Davis, I see you. Tanisha Lyles, stay woke, my brother. Crazy Chicken, welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Joshua Felder, 80-20 rule is what drives wealth. 20% of the workers creates 80% of the wealth. Exactly, Joshua Felder. That's why they need you to be a worker. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much for saying it like it is. All right. Yes, I teach my son the truth. Own your own. Exactly, Robbie D. Exactly. Let's see, man. I didn't rant on a rant. And now we got tons of people. Diesel Mike, facts. Some students relieved of debt, 70% still paying. Exactly. Exactly right. Adewale, ADME, please update us on Cloud Token. My Cloud Token app is not working anymore, sir. Thanks. Hey, man. Exactly. Cloud Token. The first ones that we're trying to do with Celsius, it's not working. But I don't know what's going on with that. But a guy posted that he still has the app working on his iOS, which is the Apple system on the app. So I challenged him with, I said, okay, man, if you have an Apple, you can do screen record. So I asked him to send me a copy where he's screen recording that he can still log into the Cloud Token app. That was like 5 days ago. As of right now, he still hasn't sent it to me. So I don't know if he was trying to hype up Cloud Token or not. But again, for everybody that doesn't know, 2-3 years ago, I was talking about Cloud Token. They were basically trying to do what Celsius and BlockFi and Nexo is doing now. They were ahead of the curve. So governments blocked them, did lawsuits against them because they were giving interest daily at midnight to all the crypto holders on their platform. Again, this is the kind of stuff that goes down. Governments do not like when there's some other entity giving people money without their approval. So they were under lawsuits and everything for the last 2.5 years. So now it appears that Cloud Token may have finally been a death blow or not. And yes, I had $500 or $600 worth of Bitcoin or Ether on their platform. So whatever it is, all I do know is at the time, Ether was like $150 and crypto was like $3,000. So that little bit of money that's sitting there is now a few $1,000s. So if it comes back, it comes back. But again, this is the part of whenever you invest, it's always a risk. So sometimes you want to invest money that you can afford to lose. All right, just keep that in mind. Stock market could crash anytime. Crypto, something could happen to that anytime. So that's why you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You diversify. Different baskets. All right. Yes, teach the young. That's it. George Maple in the house. Just started a position in LAC and have PLL and LTHM on research watch list. 3 of the top 10 lithium mining companies. Exactly. And G Money's in the house with the icon next to his name, otherwise known as George Maple. And members of the channel already know I bought PLL about 10 days ago to 2 weeks ago. And he's exactly right. All the lithium companies, because all the EV players, they're going to need lithium. Also, they need nickel. So if you have a nickel mining company like NKSY, that's what you would do. And he just gave you 3 right there, which is the lithium companies. So once again, EV plays in the house. Those are the ones that you want to write down. I bought PLL. I think it's around 40. I think it was $50 a share. But LTHM is less. And I don't know about LAC. Let's go look. I don't know that much about LAC. $22. I don't know about this one. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, this is the play. They need lithium. They need battery. So you'll see this thing's been going kind of last 6 months. It was at $8. 184% on your money if you were in early like 6 months ago. Unfortunately for me and most of the lithium situation I didn't get into until the last 2 month or two. But we are in the EV play, so I'm loving that. Hold on, let me go do this. All right, so you guys can see it now. That's the LAC. That's Lithium Americas Corp at 22. No dividend. And then here's PLL. It's double that. Piedmont Lithium, ADR, and you'll see a similar type of uptick. Here they go, came out $11. So you can see here they're already 5 timed up. Again, I bought PLL within the last 10 days myself. So it was around 50 something. That's all I know. So I haven't gained anything greatly on this, unlike if I'd have done it 6 months ago. And the other one was the lithium, LTHM. LTHM, I believe, is in 20s, right? LTHM. Let's see. Yeah, 22. Yeah. So I have some of this as well, but it's lithium, and I'm an EV guy. So I believe I'm putting my money where I believe it's going to go. I believe where the future is. So that's where I'm putting my money. So I bought PLL, LTHM. I did not buy LAC, but there goes another good one for you, ladies and gentlemen. And in case you have missed any videos where I talk about the top 10, whenever you invest in the top 10 companies, sometimes they will merge. So when they merge, it's like a combustion. It goes boom. And all of a sudden, just like Tilray and AFA, they were like $8 stocks, $12 stocks. And the next thing you know, they merge and all of a sudden took off 10 times the numbers. And then, of course, now we're back down to 5 times the numbers. But that's what happens. The top 10s usually merge, and they'll pick off some of the new competitors that are outside of the top 10 as well, which helps them boost up the bigger guys later. This is a la Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. This is what all the big guys do. They buy up smaller companies, and then that way they're buying up the competition and keeping relevant with the latest technology. So that's how you do it. So anyhow, you always buy the top 10 is my opinion. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So thank you for mentioning that, G Money. Gino Shimiento, buy some LRCX, is going higher. They upgraded this today to 705. LRCX. Gino Shimiente, always on top of this. Semiconductors. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's a semiconductor shortage, in case you don't know. There's a semiconductor shortage. Why? Because there are autonomous driving vehicles. There's cloud software. There's new computers. There's satellites being shot up. 5G network. All these need chips. There's a chip shortage, semiconductor shortage. LRCX is one of the top companies, along with TSEM, which is the Taiwan company. The subsidiaries, Tower Jazz, Panasonic, Semiconductor Company. So those are the two, ladies and gentlemen, as far as I'm concerned. And speaking of that, we might as well go one step further, because I posted this up for all the members of the channel earlier today that I bought this. No, this isn't it. This is not it. Wait, in sync. Wait, I got the wrong stock symbol. None of these are the right stock symbol, ladies and gentlemen. I can't remember what the stock symbol is. Anyhow, I'll go with a different one I bought today then. TTMI. Goes another one. You'll see a nice little chart here. Nice upside after March. But that's another one on the analyst list. I can't believe I can't remember the INSG. Okay. There we go. Inseego. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You'll like this chart as well over the long run. Again, all the analysts, and I normally don't even go by analysts, all the analysts says buy. So there you go. Those are the top ones. All right, as far as I'm concerned. And of course, there's others. I'm sure Curtis Davis, if he's still here, he has some of this going on as well. All right. In essence, you're required to think in U.S. The tax attorney worth it. Exactly. The grading and sewage utilities will be enormous. Exactly, Tanisha Lyles, along with the CX, the cement you gave me. Hey, I bought CX, by the way. It's not moving much right now, but when this infrastructure bill gets done, yes, cement and all that from Mexico is going to be used. All right, where do I look to buy some land? Robbie D, I just went to Discount Lots. Hey, you can go anywhere. You can go to Craigslist. You can go to eBay. Just look around. You can go to OfferUp. I mean, people are selling land because land is worthless. Unless you have a reason to buy it and monetize it, because otherwise you're just going to be paying taxes annually on it. Or if it's in the homeowners association section, you're going to be paying HOAs on it, and you're not going to be developing it. So you're buying the land, let's say 20 grand, and then taxes could be, $150 a year for that matter. But for every year it's sitting there, it's costing you $150 a year. And depending on the county, you might have to send a cleaning crew up there for some brush back, depending on what happens on the land, during the course of the year. So, but anyhow, Discount Lots is one of the places. You can always go to Williams and Williams as auction sites. All right. Let me see if I can pull them up real quick. Williams and Williams auctions. I can't remember their. Let me see if I can just find it. Oh, yeah, williamsauction.com. That's where you can go check out some land. It depends on what you're trying to do, like I said. But that's, again, you have to be careful with land. Oh, wait, I didn't have you guys have it on the screen. You have to be careful with the land. This is Williams and Williams, or williamsauctions.com. And then some of you saw the Discount Lots. Again, they do, everybody qualifies. I think this is part of the guys that I used to play with at landauction.com, because they're looking like it's similar to the same deal. Everybody qualifies, by the way, because it's just land. They can repossess it from you at any time. It's not like there's buildings or anything else on there. So you don't want to overpay for land, especially when you're not making any money from it. Because the idea of buying property or real estate is an investment. It's so you get money in the door. You make money, revenue. That's what you want from land. All right. So hopefully that helps you out with that Discount Lot situation. Let's see. Oak Hills, California. Okay. I don't know where Oak Hills, California is. California. I'm not familiar. Let's go look it up. Let's go see, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go on and explore. Want to do real estate deals? This is the kind of stuff you have to do. This is what you want to do. Hold on. I was trying to get her off the screen. Let's see here. Okay. So I got Viper up next. All right. Viper made it in the house. All right. Here's Oak Hills. All right. Medium home price is 380 grand. Oh, Victor Valley. So this is Southern California in the Mojave Desert. Okay. Once again, no way to know the value. You're in the Mojave Desert. I don't, again, 1 acre in the Mojave Desert, unless you have some sort of plan to monetize this, I don't know how you're going to build a house out there. And apparently it's about $400,000 for a house. So I don't know what your plans are, but you got to have plans if you're going to buy property in that neighborhood. Water, sewer, and garbage is going to be major. All right. Viper, welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you here. Glad you can make it. Got approved for 50K mortgage, and the house is on 1 acre. It's a home on 1 acre. Okay. Cool. So it's already existing home. It's not just a vacant land. So this is like a new home. Well, it's up to you, like I said, but you know, it's a double-edged sword because you're going to have a mortgage for 15 or 30 years. This conversation gets deep about money, control, power, leverage. Exactly, Curtis Davis, because you got to know what the playing field is. You can't go around here acting like it's the Wizard of Oz and you're Dorothy in Kansas and acting like everything's all good. Once you realize what the game is, then you can alter your systems and say, you know what? I can do something different. I can do whatever I want. I'll just change up. And then when you figure out that you're going to be able to bypass the tax system and there's ways it's legal, you're sitting there like, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm busting my ass around here to make $50,000 a year. And after my tax, it's down to like 35. And then after that, I'm getting taxed by other entities. And by the time it's all over, I get to keep about 30. It's kind of crazy. So, all right, just a reminder, JSDA, let's go find out. I'm not familiar with these. Joshua Felder, what you got for us? Over the counter. How did I know? Jones Soda Company. Oh, this is interesting. Beverage company based in Seattle. It bottles, distributes soft drinks, non-carbonated. Jones Cane Sugar Soda. Interesting. Over the counter. Oh, there's an upswing. When did this upswing happen? Oh, lately. Okay, it went from 5 days ago, 40 cents to 70. 76% for Jones Soda over the counter. Man, it's just a shot in the dark. I don't know much about Jones Soda. I only hung out in Seattle just a little bit, and I don't remember Jones. But that doesn't mean anything. Here's the way I look at it. Jones Soda has subsidiaries. Jones Soda Canada, Jones Soda USA. That's a good start. And if they start getting some market share, hold on, let me make sure I have it on the screen. I don't have it on the screen. If they start getting some market share, then you know what starts happening. The big boys tap on the door and they say, hey, we need your soda in our catalog. That would be Pepsi. That would be Coca-Cola. They're going to say, hey, we need you. Why don't you join the team? We'll buy you out. That's why they stay the biggest two on the planet. So quite frankly, I like penny stocks like this, 70 cents. Simply because I tell everybody, I'll go put $50 on it. That's it. I'm not going to do no 100, 200, 300, 500, whatever. I'll just throw $50 on there and see what happens. If it starts moving, then I'm like, okay, might throw some more money in there, but I'll throw $50, see what happens. I like it. It's a beverage company. Okay. I don't want to lose the other one. The other one was NOVN. Let's see what that is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these could be some gems. Just never know. $2.55. I don't know about Novan. Never heard of them. $2.55. If it's a health stock, comes back strongly, will it reach? No. Novan, despite phase 3 failures, FDA is allowing another effort. That was 3 weeks ago. Okay, so it's in the health industry of some sort. Oh, looks like, it might even, I see a monitor. It could be some sort of diabetes or it's testing something. So anything in the health industry, whenever it's cheap, it's sometimes worth a gamble. So I can't be mad at you either way, Joshua Felder, but I know what generally happens when Joshua Felder drops me some of these names. We look at it like 2 months later, and all of a sudden it's 10 times the number. So therefore, it's almost worth throwing a little bit of money in there. What do you have money for, right? I'm not out here buying clothes and all this other stuff, right? Not buying new cars and things like that. So I'll throw in a few hundred on that. So you never know. This is how we do investments sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. Simply because if this is in the health industry, and I believe you should be in the health sector if you're into stocks. Gino Shimiente, take money off the table when you can, not when you have to. Exactly. Exactly, Gino. That's exactly right. JB, word. Sit, man. Word. From my New Jersey background. My stock clients, I try to teach my young about inflation. House double price in 12 years. A car, gas, the same. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Exactly. The problem is the Fed would need to go back to gold standard. Crazy chicken. They will never do that. They will never do that, because if they do that, then you have to crash the system, because now you're going to have to back all the dollars, which you're not going to be able to track. All the dollars are going to have to be backed by the gold standard. They will never do that again. They like the free reign where they can just print up money based on the petrodollar. But it would be nice. At least everything would be stable. Ethereum Classic is flying high right now. Exactly. In case some people don't know what that is, that's ETC. That's a cryptocurrency. I bought it at $7 and something. Like I said, but members of the channel know about it, because they can be under the community tab when I buy. And again, oh my, I didn't even know it was up to $12. What's going on here? Is this really the number? Oh, this is sweet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you something. I bought not even a month ago, I don't think. Oh, I guess it wasn't. No, it wasn't a month ago. Here it is. It was around here somewhere. $7. That's only January 27th. So yeah, like 2 weeks ago. It could have been 3 weeks ago as well, but it's around. I think it was 2 weeks ago I bought ETC, and now it's at 12.48. $5 a coin more. Beautiful. This is awesome. Gotta love crypto. All right. Thank you so much, Joshua Felder. It is flying high, man. Unbelievable. Is it all hype for Biden to erase student loan debt? Besides the individual, can the banks benefit from erasing that debt? Well, I think it's all hype. You're going to run into a situation of there's millions of students in the United States that have student loan debt. I don't know how they're going to wipe that clear when it could be trillions of dollars worth of debt on paper. So they're not going to let the top 10 percenters lose out on trillions of dollars. I just don't see how that's going to happen. They might say, okay, 20,000 or 2 million people, but there's no way that they're going to just wipe clear student loan debt. I just don't see that. I think it's all hype. Simply because who it's going to hurt. Top 10 percenters don't like to lose. So if he comes up with a way where the top 10 percenters don't lose, then yes, it will happen. But that's the only way it's going to happen. G Money, let's go. Big up to everyone on the live. Thank you so much. 7 streams of dreams of income. G Money, good day. That's right. G Money in the house. Drop some bombs. Diversify your bonds. Wu-Tang. Exactly. Wu-Tang Clan, JB. Wu-Tang Clan in the house. That Northeast flavor. Right on. G Money, LTHM, and Tesla already in bed. Thank you so much, G Money. That's all you needed to say. I need to buy some more LTHM. Thank you. Howdy, Curtis Davis. Exactly. Shaking my head. JB. All right. Don't shake it too bad, JB. It's all good. Mrs. Day all day. Hello from Las Vegas. Hello to you. Thank you for being on the live stream. The first time on the Friday night live stream. Thank you and welcome. This is how we do it. Please smash the like button. We're into 2 hours and 43 minutes. Buy more Twillo as well. Going higher. Look after hours. That's right. Curtis Davis special from last year. I don't even want to see this. I don't even want to see this because he knows I didn't buy last year. He knows. He knows. And look what happened, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just show you. Last year it was $100 and some. Yeah. In March when we were talking about it, it was like 80. Yeah, that's about when we were talking about it. It was like 85, 87. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial. He was sitting here saying, hey, Eric, everybody on the live stream, get Twilio. Yeah, and Eric sat there going, no, I'm not getting Twilio. I'm buying the equivalent over at EVs. So we're both winning, but he's winning even more because he bought some more EV stocks and Twilio and Square and PayPal and all the rest. But good job once again. Let me go this after hours. Let me go check. Yeah, it did go up a little bit. That's weird. That's weird. It did a little trick up. But again, cloud-based communications is the way that it's going to happen. So Twilio is probably going to end up being a couple $1,000s a share in about 3 years. So I still think that's going to have movement up, along with, don't even tell me, Curtis Davis. I'll just show it right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Okta. I'll just show it right now. Let me get Okta out the way too, because this was another Curtis Davis special last March, 121. You guys can see the numbers for yourselves. In 1 year, one company does 1.5 times your money. Another company does like 7 times your money. Now you see why we all have a big smile on our face. And it's not over yet. It's still not over yet. All right. Experience and knowledge makes it easy to buy land and project value. Exactly. The more you're into real estate, the better. But now we got it. I thought it was land, but she bought the house for $650,000. So it's either a new house or it's an investment that way. But a house isn't an investment unless you're renting it out. In life, we acquire skill every day by our habits, what we do or don't do. Exactly. You're right on, land figure. My empty 2 acres cost me $550 a month HOA. Yikes. $634 tax. Eeks. And $600-700 a year for upkeep, the lot upkeep during growing months. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you for mentioning that, George Money. That's how we do it, man. That's the deal with the lands, because at first you're thinking, I'm going to build on it right now and everything, and then after you get it, you're like, I'll build on it in a year or two. And then you realize, wait, what's this HOA? Whoa, what do you mean you're sending me a bill for $400? That's the only drawback. You have definitely changed my mind about buy such an expensive home. Although we own our business, I'll be investing heavily in stocks and Bitcoin thanks to you. Too old to be making mistakes. Exactly, Mrs. Jones. If you're older, there's no, I hate to say this, to me, I'm not in the Dave Ramsey school. That craziness is ridiculous. The older you are, when you buy a house, that house is going to have a loan on it. And the only thing that's going to end up happening is you're going to have to keep making the money. And the older you get, you don't want to keep making the money. You want to be comfortable. You just want to be sitting there going, okay, am I reaping some money that I'm sitting on the couch, sitting on the porch? I'm going to go play. If you play golf, I don't. But if people play golf, I'm going to go play golf. I'm going to go to the country club. I'm just going to go hang out at the beach. You don't want to be sitting there going, hey, my mortgage note, I'm going to owe like 2 G's. No. The only way you're going to be buying a house when you get older is when you have revenue streams coming in to pay for the house. So the money's coming in from some other source. That's the only way. All right. So speaking of that, a lot of you know about, I bought property in Dominican Republic. And some of you are like, that's interesting, but I'm using it for Airbnb, VRBO. That's the thing. And I'm using streams of income to pay for the condos. That's how you do it. So you don't have to sweat. That's the only way to do it. I'm older. So I can't be sitting around here sweating about, hey, I got to make some money to pay for this stuff. But when they're built, then they are turned into money makers, because now I'll get my money back because I'm renting them out. But good job, Mrs. Love Jones. I love to hear that. It's hype. Exactly. Catch the masses. Exactly, Curtis Davis. I'm listening and learning. Thank you so much. I'm glad. Yeah, Twilio, Octa, Gino. Yeah, Gino Chimiente wasn't around last March and April, but he is now, and he's still giving us some of the great news. But I had to let everybody know, Octa, Twilio, this is what Mr. Financial was telling us last March and April when they were, like I told people, usually he told us when they're under $100. And everybody was like, okay, yeah. Well, not everybody. I was like, okay, I get you. I agree with the cloud, but I like Amazon, Apple, Microsoft. And he's like, no, Okta, Twilio. And there's a third one, but I can't remember. But once again, you can see proof in the pudding. Now you know why Curtis Davis always has a big smile on his face. He's doing that 7 times his money in less than a year. Crazy. All right. Yeah, exactly. Wow. JB. That's right, man. You see what you're missing over here on Friday nights? Getting some stuff. Okay. I will not buy land. I will buy an investment. Exactly. Investment property means somebody's renting it out and I'm getting a check. That's what you want right there. If you're going to be bought, because the same rules apply. You can buy an FHA home. By the way, Mrs. Jones, you can buy an FHA loan and put down 3% and get yourself up to a fourplex and live in one of the units for a year. That's the requirement. Your credit score only has to be a 640 and up. And all you have to do is put down, I'll call it 3.5%, and you can get a fourplex, multifamily FHA loan. And now you have 3 people potentially paying your rent, and you live in one side for free for 1 year. After 1 year, you can move out and rent the 4th unit under the FHA rules. Something to think about, because if you qualify for a $650,000 house, you're also going to qualify for an FHA loan. More than likely. Miss Classy, welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you here on a Friday evening. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Yes, great info by the community. Everybody gives out this information every Friday night. This is awesome. DRDO. Hey, JB with the DR. Dominican Republic DO on it. That's pretty good, man. You got the keyboard. HOA 550 yearly. Okay, that's good. Jeez. I would pay that month. I was getting ready to say that's an upscale location to be $550 a month. All right. Well, that's good to hear. It's not $550 a month. That's a good thing. I just bought some of the stocks you just mentioned. Robbie D, welcome to the party. That's how we do it, man. Put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where you think an investment should go. It's only money. A lot of people are out here right now on a Friday Night Live popping bottles. As everybody knows, every Friday night, popping bottles out here at the club. Out here at well, it used to be movies, but out here at a restaurant, out here throwing money down the tubes, not even caring. But as soon as you say, hey, man, why don't you put some of that $400 you just spent tonight? Why couldn't you put $100 in the stock market? Oh, no. What if I lose some money? I'm like, wait, did you not just spend $400 out here? You weren't about losing money now. Come on now, wake up. All right. That's how we do it. Leather White, yes, definitely been missing out. Gonna watch your videos and learn. Thank you so much, Leather White. I appreciate that. And everybody here new to the live stream, please smash that like button so we can get the algorithms going so we can help other people. Eric, the millionaire real estate investor. He's done it. Master poker player. Hey, that's the millionaire real estate investor. Man, I can't remember this guy's name. I saw him on Shark Tank like 10 years ago, 8-9 years ago. And he calls himself the millionaire real estate investor. He had this nice little gimmick. He did some things. He's all good, but he's interesting. All the real estate, anybody can do real estate, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to pay for a course. All right. Anybody can do it. It's just that the reason why most people don't is just like in real life. You don't think you know enough. You're scared. You're thinking that you're thinking these guys are smarter than you. They're not smarter than you. The only difference is they just have a few more bits of information that you don't have. That's it. Anybody can find property. That's the first part. The second part is if you have good credit, then that means you can buy damn near any property. And if you have income coming in to show that you can buy the property, well, then it's a wrap. Now, if you don't have the income coming in and you can find the property, then what the real estate gurus don't tell you is how to get financing. They'll tell you you can get property. There's property everywhere for sale. Anybody can find property. Anybody can find a deal in real estate. The hardest part is when you walk in somewhere and you go, hey, man, I found $1 million property. It makes $400,000 a year in net profit. And then they say, we want 25% down. So do you have $250,000? And you're looking at the guru like, hey, man, did I not just say this thing makes $400,000 a year? So why don't you put up the $250,000? You'll get your money back first year. Guru's like, oh, no, man. No, that's not what I do. I'm like, I thought you were a real estate investor. See, that's the problem right there. You can't get financing. You can find the deals. They just don't tell you about the financing part, which is the most important piece to the equation. So I'll just put it out there like I always do occasionally. If there's anybody watching this channel now or in the future, and you want to buy real estate and you find a deal like I'm describing where you say, hey, Eric, it's $3 million and this thing brings in $600,000 a year in profit, and you say, hey, I have the rent rolls or I have the IRS, I have the person's IRS, all this is verifiable, we'll get funding for you. That won't be a problem. You won't have to even come out of pocket. Go look up the hotel video that I had on my friend Willie when he bought the Super 8 in Biloxi, Mississippi. $4.7 million, ladies and gentlemen. He used two people. They both put down their money for the down payment. He had to put no money down. He pays them 12%. The property makes enough to pay them 12%. He gives them a check every month from the profits. He put no money down. But that deal right there is a perfect example. If it makes sense, then there's going to be somebody that's going to fund it or help you fund it. You might not even, no credit needed, no money out of pocket. My boy Will didn't need anything. Just go search the channel for the hotel. Probably can put in the hotel or real estate investing. I can't remember what it's under, but it's the hotel thing. It's about 9 months old now. And we go right over it on a live stream how he bought it. Straight up. Okay? We don't play. It's real in the field. This is how we do it. And by the way, my boy Will is in Southern California right now looking at looking at a project. Funny thing, out there in Victor Valley, San Bernardino area, where there's lots that apparently some builder left, and they're looking to buy and develop it themselves. So again, what he's going to do is he ain't going to use none of his money. He's just going to get the guys and say, hey, man, can you give me like $2 million? And then start building 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just sell them as you build them. Same thing that a normal developer does. And those guys are going to say, yeah, we'll do it. We want 12% on our money or 13% on our money. Anybody can do this. All you got to do is hit me up at Eric at StopStrugglingNow.com anytime. If you have a real estate deal, it can't be I'm starting a business, I have no revenues coming in, and I need a loan. That ain't going to work. This is 2021. Those days are over. You're going to have either money up front, or you're going to have some sort of equity, or you're going to have profits, or you're going to have revenue. That's just the way it is. All right. I like the FHA idea. Exactly, man. That's the way you go first. Why get a single family house loan when you can get an FHA loan up to 4-unit apartment complex? And you might as well go for the 4-unit. Life Media Pro, welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. The Asset Mentor, Eric. Thank you so much, Curtis Davis. 600 will take you a long way in this. Oh, man. Diesel Mike, 650 means you got a 5,000, 6,000 square foot house. That's what 650 does. In the South, you're right about that. Robbie D, facts. Curtis Davis, we can't forget. Oh, UAVS as it rebounds. I looked at one price target analyst said 400. Oh my God. Really? That's crazy right there. That's a drone company, ladies and gentlemen. So I got to show you this. You know, get this stock charts down. This is a drone company, UAVS. And as most of you, oh man, it popped after hours too. As most of you know, we got, this is G Money special. One night we were on a Friday on a live stream like 7 months ago. And G Money goes, hey, yeah, what about this UAVS? And so we did just what we're doing right now. And UAVS was like $2. Actually, it wasn't even $2. It was like $1.98, $1.75, something like that. And so when we found out it was a drone company, we're just like, hey, I'm buying on Monday. And then now look, we already done 7 times our money. And Curtis Davis is saying that an analyst said $400 stock. That's insane. That's insane. Yeah, look here, ladies and gentlemen. Up until October, November, December, it was still $2. So again, 536% on your money. These are the kind of things that some people now on YouTube, I got to just, man, I hate to say it like this, but you know what it's like when you already have been doing something for like a year, and then some new people come up and be like, we're hitting home runs after they just told you about it like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And we're sitting here going, where were you in March? Where were you in February last year? Where were you in April? You weren't nowhere around. And so now all these guys that used to talk about real estate, all these guys who used to talk about everything else, now they're talking about real estate. They're talking about crypto and stocks. That's it. Meanwhile, we're talking about the whole gamut because you got to live. You got to have credit right. You got to have streams of income. So we got to talk about making money. We got to talk about investing. We got to talk about how to save on taxes. Whether you're an individual person or whether you have a corporation like a S Corp, which you should have if you make $40,000 or more from your LLC profit-wise, or an LLC or a corporation. We're talking about the whole gamut so everybody can make money and live instead of giving your taxes away and giving your wealth away to the government or the top 10 percenters. So all I'm trying to say is we've been doing this a long time. We didn't just show up 2 months ago because all of a sudden the stock market's hot. We've been talking about it for years. Gold, silver, precious metals. 2 years ago, I was doing the Silver Stacker Challenge when silver was $13. And I told people, get your 10 ounces of silver was $135 from APMEX. 10 ounces. That was it. They had low spot cost and everything. And I kept telling people every month, hey, go get your 10 ounces. It's only $135. Now look, silver is double that, $260. Yeah, it's 2 years later, but at least you have physical silver. And you could have got some gold as well when gold was only like $1,600 an ounce. So again, you could have done all this stuff way back then instead of now, because now the stock market is hot. And gold, silver, and all this is hot, and every crypto's hot. Everything's hot. We were talking about crypto 2.5 years ago as well. 2 years ago, last year, every year we talked about all this stuff. So I'm glad you guys are here right now, and you're still not too late. Armageddon's not coming, but you got to think about Armageddon will come one day because you can only print money so much. You can only print so much money. Stock market can only go up so high. Sooner or later, it has a crash. So you got to be prepared. And by the way, let's talk about this. I'm going to give you guys something else because everybody knows which stocks to get. You got to get these right here. I'm going to show you something. This is the velocity stock. When the stock market goes down, this shoots up. And when the stock market goes up, this goes down. So right now, this is at $9.42. Let me show you guys something last year. It was down here last year in February. You know, in March, when the COVID situation happened and the stock market went down 30%, well, this didn't just go up 30% from $10 to like, let's call it, what, 19? No, it didn't go up that 30%. It went up 700%. So while the stock market goes up, you should grab yourself a share or two of this UVXY. And the other one, which is even more volatile, TVIXF. And here you can see it was $40. And this one went up to, well, it was more than that, but it won't even let me get up there. But this one went up to 700 plus 766. So it went up to, I know what it went up to. It went up to $923. 1,900, almost 2,000% on your money, ladies and gentlemen. Just from that 30% crash. So when this crash comes, this is what you're going to be looking for. All right? Those are the two volatile. There's others. There's others like for the NASDAQ and things like that. But I'm just giving you heads up that this is the kind of stuff that you want to pay attention to. This is how we win when the stock market does something crazy and starts dropping all of a sudden real fast. All right? And right now, while we have profits, what I do is I spend like $10 here. I use fractional shares on Robinhood. So I'll buy like one share of this every now and then. Then I'll buy one share of TVIX every now and then on my E-Trades. So that's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep those kind of things in mind. You always got to have a little leverage some way just in case things hit the fan. All right. I'm VA. Oh, Mrs. Jones, if you're a veteran, oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a veteran, you have 0%. You can get 0% down, 0%. I mean, you're in. It's beautiful if you're a veteran. And I've known veterans that didn't even use it one time, and they still have 0% that they can use. There it is, Melly again, CMG, Chipotle, Melly, AVO. He keeps saying it. He keeps saying it every week. He keeps saying it. Chipotle. Okay, I'll show people Chipotle. Here's Chipotle. One of the fastest growing companies ever. Their footprint, you gotta love it. Here's their marker, and they just keep rising because they're worldwide. They can open up almost anywhere because of their footprint. Their stores aren't that big. And the way that they cook and the way everything is streamlined, it's efficient. So it's hard to believe that this stock could go further, could go higher, but it probably is. So again, you can do, if you can't afford the full amount, then you can always go to fractional shares with Robinhood. Let me see if I got this on the screen for you guys. Yeah, I do. All right, and then there's other one, Melly. And by the way, I didn't buy Melly still. I had other fish to fry. But here we are. This is the Amazon of Argentina. So you can see what they're doing. It's a marketplace online for Argentina outside the United States, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, investing in different type of companies means that you're diversifying, even though you're in the stock market. But when you invest in companies that are operating outside the United States borders, now you're also betting that they're going to do fine, even if America does bad. So again, that's why, and every week this just keeps rising, week to week to week, ever so slightly. And AVO, you've never mentioned this one before, Gino. I don't know what this company is. Oh, yeah, you did. Mission Produce. Yes. Last week. Let's see, man. It's still about the same. So, oh, wait, it did pop off a little. Yeah, the produce company. I like it. And in fact, I didn't write this down on my list last week. I got to write this down right now. And I didn't even write down Melly either. That's weird. Okay. So here we go. I said it again. Am I going to get Melly, AVO next week? I'm going to have to because I like the produce. I think that's a good play. Thank you so much, Gino, for mentioning that once again. JB, creative financing. That's how we do it, man. We're real estate moguls around here. Hard money lenders love to finance good deals. Exactly, Lady White. It's a no-brainer. It's not that hard to find somebody. What's happening is these gurus tell people no credit, no money down, other people's money, blah, blah, blah. But what they need to focus on is the fact that they need to focus on in real estate is you got to have the numbers correct. If you don't have profit, then you can't pay your investors. So it does you no good to sit there and say, hey, I found something, it needs fix up, and I need you to give us money. They're going to look like, well, I don't want to finance your rehab. That's crazy. Why take a high risk when you don't have to? It's a lot better when you come with a piece of paper and a pad and you present it to them and you go, hey, guys, here's what I got. Here's all the tax return paperwork. Here's all the rent rolls. Here's what this thing is making. And here's how you're going to get paid. And I can prove it and show you and all that in writing. And they can go through the pamphlet and be like, oh, my God. Okay, we want 13%. We'll fund it for you. We'll give you the down payment. That's simple, man. It's that simple. But the gurus want you to keep paying them thousands of dollars just for that little bit right there. And that's all you really need the whole time. All right. Everybody loves yield, whether it's real estate or stock dividends or paper notes. Exactly. We got to keep yields. Curtis David, yes, sir. That yield will do the talking for you. Exactly. Leather White knows what time it is. Sounds like she's familiar. Wow, that's where I am. Right on. Hey, Eric, talk about online real estate, please. Online. Maria G. There's nothing online about it. You can go to the Williams and WilliamsAuction.com, discount lots. You can go, well, it depends on what type of real estate, but multifamily or commercial real estate, you go see, I can't remember the name. It's a CoStar. I want to say LoopNet. That's where we go. LoopNet. Sure, LoopNet is last. I'm sorry, guys. I hit the button, closed out the screen, so now I got to come back to it. But LoopNet, that's what we're talking about. That's where you can go for commercial real estate properties. So you guys can see it right there. Here, I'll get it off that screen. Yeah, sorry about that little mix-up. But anyhow, here's LoopNet, and apparently there's some sort of auction on here coming up in 9 days, 10 hours. Interesting. All right. So this is one place you can find all kind of property, whether it's CoStar. There's all kind of things, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, there's nothing worth more than a commercial real estate agent. Because if you hook up with the right agent, which is kind of easy because they have incentive to look for property, then they will send you over the deals and you don't have to look that hard. All right? So that's how you do it. But you can go to CoStar, you can go to LoopNet, you can go to REO. There's a bunch of places, but get yourself a realtor, commercial realtor, and that'll make your life a lot easier. All right. Mrs. Jones, I did see it where you're at, Victor Valley. Yeah, he's down there right now looking at some, I guess somebody didn't finish up their lots. So they're looking to take it over. Hey, Eric, talk about online real estate. Hopefully, Maria G, that helps you out with the online. I don't know exactly what you mean by online real estate. If you're talking about Zillow, Redfin, yes, you can find some deals there too. The deal in stocks about experience. Been around since 26. My experience rewards me and Eric pushes me. Thank you so much, Curtis Davis. I'm glad to hear that little push. HIMX stock is going up. Exactly. You mentioned that before. Hold on now. Hold on. It's been going up, man. And I'm in. I got some. I got some on Monday, I believe it was. So anyhow, here's what happened. So we got roughly 20% on the money. I like it. Joshua Felder dropping another gem. The HIMX. HIMAX. Yeah, on Monday, because he mentioned it last week. So on Monday, I got some 20% up. I'm liking it so far. I can't complain. But leading supplier and fabless semiconductor manufacturer, ladies and gentlemen. Tainan City. That's it. Remember, there's a semiconductor shortage right now. In case you're new to the channel, we go with the future. In the future, you're going to need semiconductors, chips, computers, laptops, cell phones, TVs, autonomous driving, to compute your cloud network, compute the artificial intelligence network, EV cars, and just plain old regular cars and vehicles. You need chips. They don't have enough chips right now, ladies and gentlemen. So when he put in HIMAX, that's another company. When I put in INSG, that's another company. When I put in T as in Tom, SEM, that's another company. All semiconductors, all those guys are top-notch companies, and they still have a shortage of chips. This is why Apple said that they're going to make their own chips. All right? Keep these things in mind. Joshua Felder just dropped another gem. All right, so much good info and so many good tips here with all of you. That's right, Wilson Co. You know how it is, man. You help contribute to this. Thank you so much. Thank you. Gino dropping gems, CMG Melly, exactly, and AVO. Exactly. This is great information. I'm glad I came across this live. Robbie D, thank you so much, man. That's what we're trying to do here. And let's call it what it is. There's other people, as you can see, that's dropping the gems. I'm just a messenger. And I'm just so happy that all these people are here and giving their time and energy and trying to help out other people by just giving us the stock symbols. And it's up to us if we decide to put our money to work for us. That's what it is. That's what we're trying to do here. That's it. As chips heat up, AMD, that's right. How did I forget? AMD, MRVL. I bought some more NVIDIA when it was 590. It was incredible. Let me show you guys something. Who would buy? Well, I lost myself again, ladies and gentlemen. I hit the wrong button. So that means it's 3 hours. We got to smash that like button. All right. In case you're here, sorry for the mix up again. I hit the wrong button. So that means it's getting too late. So I got to wrap this up. All right. So anyhow, I wanted to show NVIDIA because it's unbelievable. This stock just keeps going, and AMD's coming next, by the way. So that's another gem. AMD, I don't remember if it's still under 100, but let's see if I have it here. Okay, we're at HIMX. All right, so we're going to go NVIDIA. All right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, about that. I hit it again. Look at this. Oh, it's back down to 598. Yeah, I bought some just recently at 590 something, 598, 597. I didn't care because Nvidia is going to go up even more because of the chip shortage. And they have other things going on too with the gaming play. They're in the game play, meaning console situation. So they have a lot more going on. And AMD is Mr. Financial. Curtis Davis's one he's been talking about for the last 8 months. Yeah, it's still under $100. Get in while you can. Get in while you can, ladies and gentlemen. Because even after a year, it went from 54 to 93, which is still a nice chunk, 71%. But they're still going to rise some more. Chip shortage. Their semiconductor company and much more, actually. So, again, thank you, Curtis Davis, AMD. That's one on Monday as well, by the way. So I got to get both myself. I don't think I have AMD, quite frankly. Credit to acquiring assets when it's not visible to average. Exactly. Thanks, Eric. Gave me a new perspective on investing. Really enjoying the extended family views and questions. Thank you so much, Tanisha Lyles. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to wrap this up. We've been past 3 hours. 3 hours, ladies and gentlemen. This is awesome. All right. Thank you so much. How do you feel about the ticker symbol SMH? Well, I'm not familiar. I don't own SMH. Let's see what it is. Oh, semiconductor ETF. I got no problem with that. I like it. I mean, I don't even have to look at it. I know what's been happening over the last year. We know what's been happening. We've been missing out. That's what's been happening. Look at that. Crazy. It was down to 101 last March when everything hit the fan. Yep, 1.5 times your money right now. I have no problem with that ETF. Any semiconductor ETF I would invest in. So you can't go wrong. And then all we got to do is, I can't do it right now, I don't think. We can try it, but they changed it. Data, what is it? Database. Yeah, they changed the database ETF so we could find out what the top 10 holdings were. We could have found out what the top 10 holdings are, but I can't even find it now. But anyhow, once we find out what the top 10 holdings are, I'm pretty sure it's going to be NVIDIA, AMD, probably TSEM. It's going to be the same. Oh, here we go now. Yep, what did I tell you? There they are, NVIDIA, Intel, Broadcom. Yeah, they're going to be holding the top 10 guys. So, yeah, that's a good, as far as I'm concerned, that's a great ETF. They're holding the right ones. There's an ETF, semiconductor shortage, so we know where we got to be. Great show right there. I like that one. Thank you, JB, for putting that one out there. Another gem, ladies and gentlemen. So, again, I want to remind you, down below in the description, there's free stocks you can get from Robinhood and Webull. With Robinhood, you can do fractional shares. So if you say, hey, Eric, I don't have $255 to invest. Okay, you can invest $50 if you want using fractional shares at Robinhood. Webull does not have fractional shares, so you would have to buy it for $255. But if you just want to invest in small pieces, you can do fractional shares with Robinhood. You can get your free share of stock with Robinhood by using the link down below. All right? That's all you have to do. It's not that hard. JB, thank you so much for that, Jim. All right. Let's see. Thanks, Curtis Davis. I'm off from Ford next week because of the shortage. Lawrence Holloway, oh, man. Are they giving you paid? Are you getting paid off, or do you mean you're like laid off without pay? Let's hear what Ford's doing. What do you mean? You mean yeah, they're doing autonomous driving in EV, And by the way, EV, you even need more chips because they're going to have laser on there. They're going to have all kind of sensors. All that stuff needs chips, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. All right. Good night. Stop struggling now, family. Thank you, G Money, for being here once again and dropping some knowledge and dropping some, the gems as usual. Curtis Davis, Qualcomm, exactly. How could we forget Qualcomm? Qualcomm, big time. Big time. Qualcomm Stadium. Yeah, 147, another semiconductor company, exactly. Hanging in the weeds. There they are, Qualcomm. So again, there goes another stock, ladies and gentlemen, semiconductor. Qualcomm and other chip companies are in demand. We won't be stopping using chips for all these electronics. Exactly. So there you go. Last year we were talking EVs up. This year and last year we were talking about AI. We were talking about these chips as well because we were talking about TTMI, TSEM, INSG, all that. And Qualcomm and Verizon and Apple and Microsoft and Amazon for the clouds. All this, ladies and gentlemen, you have plenty of stocks to choose from to make money. This is not like there's only 5 stocks. You have hundreds, but you do have thousands that are going to be losers. But you got hundreds that are going to be big time winners. So you want to be in the future stocks is what I call it. All right. So we're going to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much it. Thank you, Mr. Bird. Have a great evening. Look at senior living and companies that service them exactly. Thank you, Wilson K, for that, because that is where the majority of the population is going to be. The boomers are older now. So therefore, everything that has to do with being older and health wise and where they live, big time. Exactly. Good point. Good night, and I will stay in touch. Thank you so much, Robbie D, for being here. JB, it was nice to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Glad to see you. Wilson K. All right. Miss Jones, thank you for being here. And thank you so much for your support and watching the videos. I appreciate that. I had a blast. Can't wait until next live. Good night, or should I say good morning, any who take care. Yes, next Friday Night Live. We'll see you there. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Miss Learn and Earn. Thank you for being here once again. Appreciate your support. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for participating. Thank you for dropping the gems. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. I used to work for a living. I used to work 2 jobs. I used to work 18, 16 hours a day, get 4 or 5 hours sleep. That's right. I used to listen to my boss come up to me and say, "Hey, what's going on with your crew, man?" I'd be like, "I don't know. You hired them." Man, like, what do you mean? I'm like, "I didn't hire them. What do you mean, my crew? If it was my crew, I would have hired them." And then you can walk up to me and say, "What's going on with my crew?" I'm telling you, I told your crew who was underneath me what to do. They ain't listening. You coming to jam me up? I'm sorry. We got a problem. I can't work here no more. So that's how it all goes down. So anyhow, this is why we started the Stop Struggling Now channel. So I want to thank everybody for watching this once again. And keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.